What's going on? What's going on? You see what his title is out the blue. I'm trying to see if any kind of notification can go up. What's going on, Ricky Arnold? What's up? What's up? I figured I'd try to go on earlier time. I know it's Friday. I know people be getting into different things. Yesterday I tried to go live and the people that were in weren't saying anything and no notifications were going out. Are you chilling? Hey, that's what's up. Friday night. Hopefully you got something you can get into, or hopefully nothing tries to get into you. Vice versa. Who all else is out there? I see it shows four so far. So what's going on? Hopefully tonight can be a more successful night than the other night ago. And if we get enough people responding, I will take calls like I usually do. We could talk about whatever. Like I said, this was a impromptu live. Usually I have the official Tuku Khan banners all over the thumbnail, but I just picked something that was convenient. A blue background saying out the blue. So, and as I say on all my lives that I go live, we get up to 15-minute marker, and if it's no type of dialogue that's going back and forth where we can chop up something, I will knock the particular live stream down and start all over again. So, where are you out of, Ricky Arnold? What part of the country? If you're in the country, you could be overseas or down in Jamaica or Barbados, or you could be anywhere on the globe. Okay, Mississippi, Mississippi. My bad, my bad, my bad. Yeah, yeah. Okay, now I'm kind of my recollection is being put back on course. Man, yeah, I don't, with me going out the blue, this is more so you could say it's like a freestyle because, I don't really got nothing on the tip of my tongue. I had something on the tip of my tongue to talk about yesterday, but, nothing really jumped off. I won't say the infamous Lisa Smith came in and said her piece of saying that she was in the room, but other than that, it wasn't. Matter of fact, I think she was the only one. No, let me take that back. It was James. James came in, but I guess since I didn't go on at the time that I usually go on, or if I have it scheduled to, he probably got into something else. And I understand, people's time is precious, and you set a time to go on and you don't. That's when you end up either falling asleep, getting into something else, or doing what you got to do. Drop that heat. Hey, we gotta have a response. I gotta, it's like I have all kind of ideas and responses and things to say, but I don't say them unless someone wants to talk about a particular. It's like you gotta bounce. It's like for me to get started, I gotta bounce off somebody. If I don't bounce off anybody, I'm just, how you just kick back in the chair, scrolling, looking at your cellular device or whatever, looking at different social media posts, or if you got something coming from eBay or Amazon, you be kind of on that. If no one has anything to offer, so if you could think of something that you want to talk about, then we can go back and forth, volleying it back and forth like volleyball. We can hit it back and forth across the net. I appreciate the thumbs up. I appreciate the people coming in, but I even appreciate you more when you say, "What's up, Rig? What's going on?" Hey, this is my first time in this particular live stream. I just seen it was live and it was blue, and I figured, hey, let me click on and see what's going on. Okay, you said proper men dress code in their 30s, if any. Well, to me, that depends on, what type of settings you are in. I mean, what type of settings, and what type of responses, you're trying to get. Because, I mean, you can dress for all kind of occasions. It's just depending on what type of settings you're in more than a little bit. I mean, I understand you got to set yourself apart from the crowd. You don't want to, hopefully you're not what's the word I'm looking for? Someone that follows trends. Because to me, trends play out. So it may be in the day, it'll be gone tomorrow, and you'll be on the next thing. I mean, me myself, I like to rock Dickies every now and again. I like to have some type of fit that's all together, and wear that, be it a walking suit. But being in Minnesota, the weather for a walking suit is really not in. So I would guess if I was traveling, if I was making my way out towards the west, towards Vegas or some parts of Cali, it would be a walking suit or something like that. Some type of shoes that will go with the whole attire. Maybe a little bit of light jewelry. Nice watch. Maybe a nice. If depending on if you're still in the gold, some people like platinum, some people like Cuban link chains. I mean, it just depends on what you are keyed into. Some people like rocking low cuts. Some people still like long hair. Some people like braids. Some people like doing the dread thing. So I mean, it's so many options. But as long as they're not too out of place, too out of balance, you can make damn near anything work. As long as you got a personable personality, I think that's what will carry you along and carry you far into new interactions with new people that hopefully you can make new memories with. Rated Shy, what's going on? What's going on, family? Hopefully, like you said, you're gonna be in the town. Was it next weekend? Hey, we can get that actual live going. Maybe jump the infamous Lisa Smith on. Okay, you said you're out and about right now in North Carolina. Can you give me a little? Can you give me a little beyond the wealth of black men, spirituality, and physicality? I'll say this. Rated Shaw's in here as well, so he can answer. What you're saying too. But what age range are you in? Because that could kind of help me. Depending on how old you are. Okay, 21. Okay, well, yeah, you got a lot. You so many different areas. Okay, I'll say this. What do you gravitate towards? I mean, what's your thing? What do you see yourself, prospering in? I know some people could be your age, and they could have had uncles or a pops or a granddad that was knew a trade about bricklaying and something like that, and getting their dollars from like the construction trade. So I mean, what do you find that holds your interest? That would be more a more that would help me to steer you, because I mean I could throw all kind of things out, but if you ain't really having your interest in it, none of that's gonna stick, or it ain't gonna resonate with you. So what do you see yourself doing? What could you see yourself doing? Like, honestly, not, I'm just saying it's just to say it. Okay, you say you feel you can do whatever I set my mind to, but I do music. Okay. So when you do music, are you saying like you do the production side? Are you a writer of the music? Engineering, any type of instruments? I mean, what's side of it on doing music? Now, if you do beats, I mean, keep putting yourself out there to making so many beats. People need beats all the time for whatever they're gonna be trying to rap to. But think about it like this: if you do music, you could. I mean, if okay, you rap. Okay, so well, I'll look at it like this: you could. I mean, you could rap. but you can also be a writer. You get profit off of that. Think about this. A lot of the people that rap, we know it's been showing time for time that people don't write their own rhymes. So you could profit off of being a writer and writing someone's rhymes and getting paid like that. Like, oh, I rap this, but really you're the one writing it, and you're getting all the royalties for your writing credit. So if you got so many things that you got written down, you can start selling it like that. Like, okay, this is the type of style that you rapping, and you kind of having people are having writer's block on some certain things like that. Start selling it, selling whatever they feel their genre, what they want to talk about. Sell that to them, profit like that, come up like that. It may not be as glamorous as, oh, look, you're not in these videos, but you still be driving some of the cars that they're leasing or they're renting for the video shoot. You can actually still have all that from having the talent of being able to write raps for people. I would go in that direction because there's a lot of people rapping. It's not to say that you won't be successful in that, but I'm saying it's money to be made on writing, being a ghostwriter for somebody. Essentially, it's money in that. Just start looking up some of the people that are ghostwriters. Like, man, this dude's really having it just from ghostwriting. I think I need to be a ghostwriter. I think I could write something real creative, real hard hitting, sell it to one of these people that's, real top notch and big. Because thinking about it like this, a lot of people don't know this. Like say a lot of the comedians don't even write their own jokes. They have joke writers, and the joke writers get paid damn near more than the person that you think is the funniest comedian, but they're kind of behind the scenes, and that's kind of a good thing, that keeps you out the way. Yes, they do. So that's something to look into. You're going a different lane and you're still getting a lot of dough. You want money. That's what it really comes down to. You want money. That's a route you can go towards, These record companies will use you like in that capacity. Like, you know what? We got this one person we got coming out, but he don't really write nothing, but he can recite all kind of stuff once he reads it off the page. So yeah, go that route. You can get signed by a record label like that. Like I could be a writer. I could write all these raps. Matter of fact, think about the what's the little what's the dude what is his name? The one that sang the country song or whatever, that came out the closet or whatever with Billy Ray. You could write country music. You could be a writer, period. Just think about what they talk about. I like my truck. I like sluts that like to fuck. Think about it like that. That's in a sense rhyming. You're just putting it to things that they like to talk about. I like the two-step in the bar. Drink me some Schlitz malt liquor beer or something like that. Anything. Yeah, Lil Nas X. That's what it is. You can do that and still profit and still come up. For real. I mean, I know it sounds funny, but you just think when I'm in my bar, I'm in here with my redneck chicks and things like that. You got to put a funny spin on it. I mean, a lot of people are like, I don't like country, but just think, some of them people will like that and will buy that from you. Like, man, I kind of like that. I just came from the rodeo, from the hoedown, and all that kind of things. I mean, you got to look at it from that aspect. If you feel your writing skills are on point, because that's essentially you rapping, your writing skills. Your writing skills is on point. Keep sharpening up, keep adding to your notepads, and like, hey, put it together, put a plan together, and be like, you know what? I need to, make this happen on this capacity. Hopefully, Rick put a bug in my ear and on a lane that I never thought of, and that's what I need to do. To help prosper, all the ones that you got in your family. But I thought you was gonna be a rapper, really. Well, you can hear my rap. Soon as that new video is released, you'll see him saying what I said. That's everything that I said, and I wrote it down, and I'm getting paid handsomely about it. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, that's true, Sean. A book of poetry, you could do that. People love that kind of stuff. That's why I say I'm gonna put out a book of affirmations, because I put out a lot of positive, thoughts. Where think about, people get a lot of depression and things like that. If when you read a positive thought and a positive spin on how you can look at things in life, people want that kind of stuff, because there's so much stuff in this world that could kind of take you down, and is constantly trying to take you down. So like Shah said, a book of poetry, write for country. Matter of fact, you can write for heavy metal. You just got to analyze it. That's a business model. All these different acts and things are business models. You're in the business of making money. So, sit one time and listen to, any of that stuff yeah, exactly. It's just words. It's words is the way you put words together. You got to put your, because just think about it like this, how, brothers clowning around, how we talk, like how certain Caucasians like, hey, pal, how are you doing today? We can get in that mindset. That's how creative we are. That's why they dug Eddie Murphy back in the day, when he would, do different characters, and Richard Pryor would do different characters, because it's like you're getting into character. That's essentially, when you listen to a song, it kind of takes you away from, the everyday humdrum of whatever. So you just got to get in that mindset, especially if you think, okay, I'm going to draft this for, I'm just saying Billy Ray Cyrus or Miley Cyrus or something like that. Some kind of tune, melody. Because matter of fact, a lot of people don't know, it's a brother that wrote that. I want to say the female that is here on YouTube is Friday, that Friday song. A brother wrote that, but she sung it, and that joint went viral, and he got paid off of that. I mean, she got paid for singing it, but he got writer's credit for that. So, yeah, that Friday song, a lot of people are like, oh, it's goofy and stupid, but he got stupid, dumb paid for it. So, hey, it can be all of that. Yeah, so if anything, just look up ghostwriting. Like I said, we got a phone that's actually a computer in your pocket. It said ghostwriting. You know, and just keep seeking different things on ghostwriting. How if I'm serious about being in it, who's really into it. Reach out to go on different social media things and see who's really actually ghost writers. They're not really promoted or out there as much. When I say out there, like publicity wise, like certain rappers and things like that, but they're getting paid dough, just like the people that make beats, they're getting paid. Because if you ain't got no code, you could be the coldest rapper, but if you ain't got no dope beat, it just ain't gonna fly. And vice versa. If you could have a cold beat, but if your raps ain't on point, or how you're putting it down, nobody's gonna want to listen to that. So they both go hand in hand. So yes, you got the person that's acting, because think about it like this. What was it? Terrence Howard played in Hustle and Flow. He wasn't a rapper, but they work with him like, okay, you got to say it like this. I'm writing all this because you're not really writing it. You're an actor. And a lot of people are like, man, he was really rapping. No, he was coached to do that. Just think about it like this. Back in the day when Eazy-E first came out, he wasn't a rapper, but they worked with him and they wrote his raps, and it worked. It fit. So you gotta come at it from a different aspect. Try to come at it from an aspect where like, okay, I'm gonna tackle this aspect. I'm gonna put my all into it because I know I could write real good. Better write circles around some of the people that think they're really writing some things and stuff like that. So, that's the direction I would say. What's going on, JR? What's up with you? I'm glad you don't fell into one of these live streams. Matter of fact, hey, if you like this particular live, even though it's out the blue, hit the like button on the joint. I appreciate that. Hopefully we can get a better placement on the notifications, because every now and again, they don't be sending out zero notifications. Like Rick went live, it's saying, oh, you got a live going. It'd be like a week from now or something like that. That's how they do my channel. I guess because I touch certain topics that, they don't want, the melanated Matter of fact, I was talking to a judge, and she's like, what do you mean by melanated? Melanated is another word for black. I don't like saying black. I rather say melanated because we got melanin in our pigmentation. Matter of fact, that means the sun likes us. You know, we don't really have to. Not really. We don't have to have sun. What's that? Sunscreen and things like that because the melanin pigmentation in our skin protects us. Most definitely. I just had to figure. That's how we you start off to be like you gotta understand what someone wants to do, and you just kind of keep going around areas that they may not have kind of thought about. That's what I try to spark, you know, because when I was coming up, you know, I had older heads tell me certain things, and like I never thought about that. And then once you start looking into it, like man, I'm glad he kind of sparked that in me, you know. You know, it's like not so much that I done did something. It's just I just woke something up in you that you already have in you, you know, and that's what it's about. Yeah, them notifications, yeah, they do come late. Yep, a day later. You're right about that because I've been told by many subscribers that yeah, I got it a day or 5 hours after it done went live and things like that. It's crazy, you know. But certain other people that's playing by the script that you know the particular platform gives to certain people, they get those things immediately. But I don't play by any of that. You know, a lot of people are like, well, Ricky, you'll get further if you play by the rules. I don't play by the rules. Why? You don't get no further by bootlicking. You get further by being a genuine person. I'm trying to be as genuine as I can. If I don't know something, I'm not going to speak on it. That's how I keep it. Okay. Yeah, because, you know, occasionally I do go on in the AMs. Like, you know, the last few times I've been kind of busy where I couldn't go in. Usually I go live on Sundays and Mondays in the morning time. But, you know, I was caught up with some things where I couldn't do that. But I'm gonna try to get back to that. What's going on, Will? Glad you done came through. And anybody else? I mean, we got people in the wings, but you know, you gotta say something. Like I said, the people that are unwanted that kept trying to come and change their numbers and come in on the live and things like that. Hey, if you're not accepted, why do you keep coming in? I never understood that, especially when you know you prove yourself to be, not credible. Okay, let me hit your line, Will, and anybody else. I can put the actual. I might just throw that up after I put Will in here. Let me see. Hold on a second.
What's going on?
What up, Williams?
What's up, man?
Nothing much.
Uh, how everybody doing?
Pretty good. Hey, JR, the topic is whatever you want to make it. Just like uh, 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 Jaquan. I want. Hopefully, I'm saying your name right. Wait. Let me make sure I'm saying it right. If I'm saying it right, let me know. Is Jaquan right? You know, he just came in with a topic. You know, talking about how can he get to wealth at the age of 21. I just essentially just said, what are his genuine likes? Something that he would can see doing day in and day out that doesn't feel like a job. That's what it really comes down to. You got to do something that you'll feel happy with doing. Like once you do the finished product, you feel good about it. Versus like, man, I'm doing this and I really don't like it.
Yep. First, yeah, but hey, while you doing that, I always start with yourself first. You
Right.
know, as your health is your wealth. Focus on your health, get your health up, and keep your health up, and then focus on trying to get your money, your health, your wealth.
Right.
So, you know, yeah, Yeah, man, I've been tied up for these past 3 days. I've been caught up trying to get everything did around the house, and we had a little bad weather coming through, so I'm trying to get all these ends tied up, and thankfully I got it took care of.
Okay, I kind of figure I'm like Will must be still wrapping up some things with his crib.
Yeah, I've been running, man. I just got to get a few more things, and everything can be pretty much finished off, and then I can be able to start on some of these toys and start on that RV that I got.
Oh yeah, I remember you was telling me about that.
Yeah, I started trying to get it set up and get it ready to get rented out or whatever.
Right.
There's a whole lot been going, constant flow, and trying to keep stuff going, man, and trying to keep some revenue coming in.
Right.
Coming in.
Yeah, that seemed like that's a more common practice in the Trump era. It used to be the Bush era, but now it's the Trump era. Or no, let me back that up. It used to be the Obama era, then the Bush era, but now it's the Trump era.
All right. So you know how that goes. It's almost like you got to get down right now, or get down or lay down.
Right.
You got to get it out the mud right now, man. And no hand-me-downs or nothing, you know. You got to get it out the mud. So, other than that, I've been good, man. I missed the last, I caught the one from the last night, which it was a short one.
Yeah, they wasn't letting nobody come in, or the people that were in, they weren't saying nothing. So I just figured, you know what I'd say. I get to that 15-minute marker, I'm wrapping it up.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to catch the replay before that. I don't know what was going on, but I heard you mention something about it. So I got a little free time. I was gonna check that replay out, but I never did get around to it. So.
Oh yeah, because the one dude came back in there again. He came under a different number. Matter of fact, Choice is in there. He said, "What's up, Rick? What's up, Williams?"
What's going on, Choice?
He said, "Man, Rick, dude's gonna call in when you post a hotline number," and I'm like, "Nah." So when the number came through, I thought it was Street Rich's number because it looked damn near similar to it. So I picked it up. I'm like, "Hello,"
right.
And they weren't saying nothing. Then I said it again. He said that name. I'm like, "Nah." I hung up. Like, "Nope, you ain't getting in."
The same one that was doing all that apologizing?
Yeah, that dude.
Okay. Yeah, damn. All that's being gone.
Right.
And shouts out to the people who's all out there. I'm glad everybody been keeping the channel going and keeping it strong, and coming with some good topics and stuff. I looked at your thumb there a few minutes ago. Out the blue, huh?
Yeah, out the blue. Yeah, I figured I'd just do because I had it planned yesterday and it didn't do nothing. So I was like, I said my piece, what I wanted to say for a topic. Nobody's weighing in, so I'm exiting stage right.
Right.
But yeah, Choice just said just cooling at the plantation waiting for the bell, man.
Okay then. It's almost time for him to crack that whip. It'd be over with in a minute. Hey, we all gotta do what we gotta do, man. Hey, you can be in the system, but not be a part of the system still.
Right.
As long as you got a conscience and you know what's going on and you're aware of your surroundings and know what's at hand, then you can pretty much play your cards,
Right. Yeah, I was all wrapped up damn near all last week with fucking jury duty. I hated that shit.
Yeah, that shit sucks, don't it, man? But somebody got to do it,
Right.
When we think about it, a lot of people turn jury duty down, but essentially you could be saving somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? Could be saving somebody's life, or you could be doing the opposite.
Right, but see what's so crazy is because this was for the state, but I heard the feds, they pay you whatever your wage is versus the state, they only give you $20 a day.
That's crazy.
Right.
I ain't think you got paid for doing it.
Yeah. You only get $20.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sucks. Then you got to tap all your time and all that stuff.
Right.
Mm. That's crazy.
Right. And it was so funny because the judge was like, "Thanks to everybody. Thank all the people. Thank you people for coming." I'm like, if you don't come, then it turned into something else. So it ain't like you got a choice.
Yeah. And they push you. They can get in contact with you and they can get that paperwork to you. You pretty much got it. They're damn disappearing you to come.
Right.
You know, you got to go. They almost holding you at risk if you don't show up for something that should be pretty much voluntarily, you know.
Right.
You never know when you got jury duty and stuff like that. They just call you out the blue or send you a letter and then there you go.
But you know what's crazy? I found I'm like, this how you know the courts is full of shit. Because usually if you know the person that's being convicted, they're supposed to let you go. They let this brother stay on and he knew the dude. I'm like, where they do that at?
I'm telling you. Man, there's been so much crazy stuff going on. It's just it's unbelievable. The unbelievable is in existence right now.
Right.
Stuff that we don't think about, that don't believe can happen, is actually happening right about now.
Right.
You're like, damn, I never would have imagined this type of shit would have happened, but now in this day and age, you can't really put nothing past nothing.
Right.
It's crazy. Everything you think about that might be impossible turns into possible.
Right. You ain't never lied about that.
Yeah, that'll never happen. That'll never happen. Shit, the hell me. You pretty much look up anything you want to find on YouTube or Google or internet now. It's everything out there now.
Right.
Shit.
Matter of fact, it's a channel. I forget but it's here on YouTube. You can see it. It's I think a white guy down in, I want to say it's somewhere in Texas. He got a 7-year-old son. Him and his wife, I think they're divorced, but she said the son wants to have a sex change, and he lost in court. So I guess now the son is okay. The court's okay that he can have a sex change. I'm like, man, what kind of shit is going on in the world where that is possible? That at 7 years old.
The kids can make the decision now.
Right.
And the parent had no parental rights and no nothing. Just whatever the kids say, just it goes.
Right.
That's sick.
Man.
And everything that we thought that was clean has been made dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Or extra dirty now. Oh, that sucks, man. That's really nasty. It's like we in the world, man. We in the land of America, man. Well, everything go now.
Right.
Any and everything go. Did you see where what they I watched on YouTube? They've been doing reports about all these Walmarts and all these big companies starting to close down and shut down. I'm trying to figure out what's the reason behind that.
Yeah. I mean, you see establishments that have been open for decades since like we were like little kids and things, and they're just gone.
Mm-hmm. Even these Walmarts and stuff, they building all these Walmarts, but they ain't up and running. They're up and running for maybe 18 months or 2 years, and then they'll close that down and shut down or whatever. But the facility is still there.
Right.
And they putting, gates and all that stuff around the facilities. It's just crazy.
Someone did like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like, like say when you got like a like say it's a photo of a place, but then you keep doing overlays and adding different things to it. They were showing how if they kept adding the overlays, like that could essentially turn into like a base or some type of either a base or like almost like a concentration camp. it can be
Yeah,
converted easily to that.
yeah. And when you think about it and think about the way it's designed and how it looks, to me, it looks just like, you know what I'm saying, a small concentration camp or a prison camp.
Right. Because think
All this
about it,
stuff is,
Walmart's damn near a lot of them. I won't say every one, but a lot of them are always built on a railway system.
mm-hmm.
So they can, that's how they beat Target and everything because they got the railway. They don't really got a lot of trucks. I mean, they do have trucks, but that's why they put a lot of stuff on the railway.
Mm-hmm. There's something real strange going on with all these major stores and stuff starting to close down.
Hmm.
So, mm, I don't know.
But yeah, Choice said the alphabet people destroying civilization. Hey, I agree with you, Choice.
Yeah, you right on time with that.
Hmm.
Exactly. I agree. You just gotta be careful and be more mindful and be more conscious for what's to come. While they talking about Trump and this and that and all this and that, we never know what they got going on behind the curtain.
Right.
You know, I think some big finna get ready to pop off. So other than them trying to, you know what I'm saying, legalize and push the pedophilia and the sexualization agenda, it's something bigger than that to come that we don't know about. I think.
Yeah.
You know, they giving us all this and giving us, you know what I'm saying, the insight of all this and all that, but what's the real big picture behind that? What are they really trying to do to us as American citizens?
Right.
You know? So I just got a lot of little stuff be swimming around in my head. It's just, I'm always like I say, the one of the ones that try to think outside the box all the time.
Right. You got to. As a melanated person, you have to. It ain't like, oh no, I'm gonna do what they say is prosperous for all Americans. No, because everything that they say is prosperous for everybody is really not. Once it comes down to your pigmentation, you think, oh, I should get the same thing he gets. No, it's different.
Right. You got prosperity and you got poverty.
Hmm.
You know. So now that I was trying to see if I can get into the chat room because I'm just sitting outside in the car right now.
Oh, okay.
Trying to pull my what's the name up so I can see in the chats and see what's going on in the chat room. Yep, what's going on, people? Who's out there anyway? Y'all hit that thumbs up button. Hit
Right.
that like.
And hit the hotline. You can hit the hotline. You're joining the call with me and Williams.
Yes, sir.
Speak on whatever. Because, like I said, I titled this Out the Blue. That means essentially it's a freestyle. We can talk about whatever we want to talk about. Ain't no set topic.
Right. I see we got a few people in the room. It's seven in the chat. So
Yeah.
he throw the number up. Somebody want to call in and chime in, and we can get something else going.
Right.
I'm all about the convo.
If it's about a woman or a woman problem, or even if it's a female saying, "Oh, I've got a problem with my man" or something, hey, call in. I like to hear that one. Like, what kind of problem you got with your man? What's going on with you and your peoples?
Right. How was your day? How's your week been?
Right. That too.
We had a Freaky Friday right now. I got a lot of rain and bad weather on my end, but it's still all good.
Right.
We got parties still jumping. Cadillac J just came in.
What's going on, Cadillac J Just?
What's going on, Cadillac? Cheryl Bell Jr. son, thumbs up button.
Yeah, he said Cadillac, or no, Shy said, what's good, Cadillac Williams? Or
what's going on with you, Raider Shy?
Oh, he said just call me Junior. Okay.
Okay then.
J.R. Ewing.
That's right. That's right. Cadillac. Oh, Radio Shaw, what you sipping on? I know you got a cup of something nearby.
Oh, Troy said he want the woman from Minnesota who lives in Vegas to call in. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna do that. She was talking a lot into the chat when the last time we was up in here, but she wasn't saying nothing towards calling. Like I said, don't be fearful. As long as you ain't talking goofy. Usually, if you talking goofy, I just take you off the chat, or not the chat, the hotline. But
Right.
you got something to add to it, just add to it. You know.
All right. Radio Shaw say vodka and cran. You already know.
Hmm.
I already know. That sounds like a plan.
Huh.
They got my people got a few little parties going on, jumping tonight. But I ain't feeling up to going, putting on no clothes and going nowhere. For real.
Okay.
The damn weather, man, it's raining off and on and shit. I don't want to be out like that.
Yeah.
Even though it'll be inside, but hell, you know how I go to most of the damn party be outside, you know.
Yeah.
So I might hold off for a little while. He ain't got a party. My sister got a party coming up this weekend on Sunday for her birthday.
Okay.
So shoot, I might do a little something then.
Hmm.
Then my little female friend, she got a party. She got a party coming up. We plan on going to New Orleans for her birthday.
Hmm.
Probably stay the weekend and fuck off down there for a little while. Yeah.
Okay, so Shad, you saying when you come down, you might get on a privilege? Hey, ain't nothing wrong with it. I keep a bottle of privilege around. Privilege Hennessy.
Okay, then. That's something. I ain't been on no liquor in a minute. I got some in the house. I ain't been fooling with it. I got some white. I ain't got no brown. I know that white get you right. That brown keep you down.
Yeah, but I'll say this. I got some of that white Remy, and that stuff ain't no funk.
So some white Remy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't never seen that.
Yeah.
I might need to go to my nearby store and see if they got that.
Yeah.
White Remy?
Well, yup, white Remy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I fuck with Remy anyway, so
right.
Especially little VSOP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna check that clear out.
Yeah. That should have you shocked. You be thinking, oh, that ain't nothing. You drink that shit like, whoo.
Damn, I ain't know they had it in the club. They probably do. I'm just, like I said, I ain't had it in a while, so I ain't, really been in the store and been just looking around,
Yeah, it come in a frost colored bottle with a I think red and black lettering on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. It's gonna start getting a little cool down here in the next couple of weeks or whatever. Shit, I have to change my choice of alcohol up.
Yeah.
I'm still fucking with them bills right now, but yeah, I drink me a little liquor when they get a little cooler down here. You drink that shit hot. You drink that shit while it's down here now, boy, you'll be shoot.
I still don't be understanding the people that be getting tore up like when it's like 11 o'clock. I'm like, dude, your whole day is gonna be messed up. You getting tore up like that.
Yeah.
Shoot.
I'm telling you, ain't nothing you can do for the next couple of hours but lay it down and shake back and they do it all over again.
Right.
Dang. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. I know people that's got to have it. They ain't got no alcohol, no pill, nothing, man. It's bad like they ain't got coffee. Nerves go to shaking, their nerves bad. They can't hold a damn glass in their hand or nothing.
Right. Yeah. Shad said, he said, that's too damn early. He said, I'll be asleep by 3.
I'm telling you. See, if I start drinking at 11, at 12, I'll be done. I'll be roasted.
Huh.
It don't take that much for me, especially when if I'm drinking something I like. Shoot.
And then just think, if you really getting bent, you're gonna have a hangover later in the day. No, no, I'm straight. Skip that. You're gonna
Yeah.
be messed. You ain't gonna be right.
Yeah.
But it's people that do that, and
Oh yeah.
to each their
But they
own.
get up. They get up in the morning down here where I'm at. They get up at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning and they be drinking alcohol. Shoot.
Mm,
I got homeboys that go to work. They gonna stop and get them a 12 pack of beer before they even go to work.
mm.
I'm like, damn, dude, y'all, they take that shit serious, boy.
Yeah, now, Shy, now in Vegas, now that's a little different though. But like around your own town, that to me,
Yeah,
that's because that's the city of sin.
yeah,
So yeah, you
yeah. I could
bar
probably
hopping.
do it. I could probably do it early, you know what I'm saying, depending on the environment or whatever, how I feel. Like I said, like you said, if you ain't in your hometown and you out of town or something, you might want to get up in the morning time and get your old shot or whatever, or something like that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right,
As far as an everyday thing, oh no.
right, Yeah, because when I was out in Vegas, I was like that, but I wasn't getting super tore down. It's like you said, a shot here, just
Yeah.
little pieces, not getting tore down. Like
Right.
no,
Yeah, I can move like that a little bit, But shoot, for like you say, all day, oh no. And then if you in your hometown and you do it every day, all day, I can't. I know people that do it, but I just can't. I can't do it. I don't touch no alcohol until at least about in the evening time, 4 or 5 in the evening time.
right. Now, Choice, you said okay, brothers, with a question mark. What you about to move around, or what you trying to say?
And crack that whip.
Hmm. Everybody can go. Come back to the plantation on a Monday.
All right.
You see Choice's comment?
He said, what y'all think about if you have epiphanies back to back mean? It means something pretty much finna happen, whatever your instinct telling you or whatever,
Hmm.
your conscience telling you or something. Hey, all I can do is say, hey, pay attention to details and, pay
Right.
attention to the signs, man. Warning coming before destruction.
Right.
So if you having some thoughts about something or something keep coming up in your mind, you keep seeing something that's about to happen, maybe it is about to happen. Maybe you can control it and stop it if it's something bad or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's up to you.
Hmm.
Because you having the thought or the feeling or whatever. I know I done been in situations where I done seen stuff, like just the other day. I was telling my homeboy, I know he got warrants and stuff on. I was like, man, be careful, you know what I'm saying? Or you know how it's gonna get, certain time of the year, and they're gonna try to start cracking down and pulling everybody over and shit, and take care of yourself, man. I ain't telling you what to do with that, but just take care of yourself.
Right.
But I saw something that I didn't think I saw, but I realized it the next day or two because he ended up in jail.
Mm.
And the first thing hit my mind was, damn, the last time I seen him, we had a talk. So I know it's the first thing hit his mind.
Right.
And that just came out of the blue.
Mm.
So sometimes, hey, you can be that person that be able to channel information to be able to, you know what I'm saying, to tell somebody before the warning or, warn them or whatever,
Right.
So it ain't always a bad thing, it could be a good thing too.
Yeah, that's true.
But pay attention to it, Always pay attention to what your inner self's telling you. Because,
And Ray, I think like this, Choice, with you saying that, what you put out in the universe, it comes back. I mean, a lot of people take that for granted. Just because, like I said, I was talking about with you earlier, Williams, where, he said, dude's going to come in here. I'm like, nah, he ain't coming in here. And dude came in just like, clockwork.
mm-hmm. So that's how it is, That tongue is like a double-edged sword. Whatever you put out in the universe, it will come back, whether it's negative or positive.
Right.
Nature don't have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
But to answer back, So Be mindful.
Right.
Sean said go the other way. You know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have things come about, and you feel that you're trying to do the best to go the other way, but destiny has a way of getting in contact with you. So.
Oh yeah. Like I say, we always have that gut feeling or that instinct or that epiphany, that's telling us something that we need to pay attention to, or pay attention to the details.
Right.
Because if you don't, then you can take something minor and it can turn into something major if you ain't paying attention.
Yeah, Cadillac J just said Choice spoke it into existence. He surely did. He surely did.
Yeah.
But I combated it just as simple as that. As soon as I heard, yeah, this is nope, click, nope, we're not doing that.
Oh, Cadillac, where you at tonight, Cadillac? You at the strip club?
Right.
He said he was in tears laughing at the replay. I might gotta set the replay out. I ain't cut the last few on.
Right. I got a message from the infamous. She's like, yeah, I heard that part. She's like, I was cracking up. She's like, Rick, you was too cool on that part. Where he came in, used us basically how she was saying. I was just like, nah, and just knocked him out, just like that. She's like, you could have went off and everything, but you didn't. I'm like, I don't need to spill my energy. Just nah, we're not entertaining that. That's that.
I'm trying to say, hold that biscuit, bro.
Right.
Yeah, see, I'm surprised he's still calling in. He's starting to make me think he's an agent or something.
Yes.
You just going beyond your means now. You got thousands of other stations out there, and you trying to come in for what's the motive?
Right. Yeah, because I don't know if I told you that, because I was telling we was telling Cadillac J Just, he went to Choice's page and was telling them like, hey, could you put in a good word so I can come back on? Trying to get Choice to talk to me so he can come back on or some shit.
Right. Yeah, I remember Choice saying that.
Yeah.
I remember what's the name saying that.
Yeah. I'm like, man, what kind of shit is that?
And then for him what he hit the hotline number?
Yeah, but see, this is what was weird. I blocked him on a hotline number, but he called under a number that looked just like Street Rich, because that's who I thought it was. I'm like, oh, this is Street Rich. But then when I heard, I'm like, hello? Because they weren't saying nothing. And then he started, like he didn't want to talk. But then, say who he was, and then he did. I'm like, oh, hell no. Hang up on you, dude.
Shit, man. It ain't that serious. He trying to goddamn break in the goddamn chat.
Right.
He trying to get an internet charge, breaking the internet.
And then I guess, because Choice was knocking him out on the comment section, but the little bit that he put out there is like, you're scared to battle me or something like that. I'm like, battle you? Dude, this ain't no rap battle.
Oh yeah.
I don't even care what you talking about.
Yeah, he trying to come with a whole different narrative now.
Right.
Talking like that. He came out fucked up from the start, and that's all it was too. That's all I need to hear. When he told her that she didn't run nothing and all this and that was enough for me right there, because it's the demeanor behind what you said, how you said it.
Right.
It ain't what you said, it's how you said it. You can apologize all you want to, but that don't, once you make a mistake or whatever, it's over with. Sometimes you can't blame them on, I made a mistake. No, that was your intentions. You tried to do that.
Right.
You can start up with one on catch it because that's how you used to doing people and how you used to talk.
Right.
And she all that shit out. As soon as you got there, lit out your mouth, she stopped.
Mm-hmm.
So, hold on for a second, Rick. I gotta walk in and grab my phone charger right quick.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed. anytime I be on any of these lives, it be pulling down the battery like crazy. Like one of my devices, it was showing like a damn near I was at like 88 battery percent. I got a brand new battery in this phone. It done knocked it down to 5%. So they know if they don't like what you're talking about, they'll pull that pull that battery power down like crazy if they know you ain't got a charger connected to it. And even sometimes, even if you do have a charger connected to it, they'll freeze it where it's like it's locked up. So that just lets you know what kind of control they have over these devices. But yeah, Choice, you said, what if dude been stealing numbers since before you had the hotline? Hey, he could have been. Who knows? I'm figure you coming that hard, you gotta be some type of alphabet agent. Matter of fact, I don't know if tonight or tomorrow I'll be posting a new Lions. It just depends, when I get back to headquarters of my location where I do my thing out. Uh, I will, finish working up on it.
I, I probably will in a little while. Just let me know what it look like. All right. Hey, I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah, man. You said what if dude been stealing numbers since before you had a hotline.
Yeah.
My phone might blank off. I might put it on speaker. Let me, cause my other car cranking up right.
Okay.
And I have the Bluetooth hooked up. I'm just gonna cut it off. That'll kill that. Yeah. Everybody want to go party tonight for a little while, so just say I'm sitting around the house and see what it look like.
Since it's raining, what's the temperature down there right now?
Shit, it's tell you one thing, it's humid as a motherfucker, man. It's been cold for a day or two, then it got warm again. Now it's probably about 7 degrees.
Yeah, see, it's like 48 here.
It's 77. 77 degrees.
Damn.
It's humid as hell, man, because it just rained. It's beautiful weather. It's good. But it's just that rain. We got them passing showers just coming. It'll dump so much rain for 2 or 3 minutes, and then then come back and go and come and go again,
Yeah.
But other than that, it feels good.
Yeah, he said, I was saying that because maybe that's how that number might have been so close to Street Rich. Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I ain't heard from Street Rich in a while. I ain't really been in checking nothing out, so I don't know if he been on or not.
I think he was in the comments the other night, or not the last night, but the night before. He was in the comments of that.
Okay, then Southside Touring, Street Rich, and the Infamous, and everybody else that's out there that may be listening that ain't been chimed in yet.
Right.
Yep. I know it's one of them old Fridays, so people moving around and maybe just getting settled in or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Might be trying to turn up a little bit and see what it's gonna do tonight while the night's still young.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm drinking me some beer. I'm going to get me some more beer, and I'm sitting at the house. I'm not going nowhere.
Huh.
Roll up me another one of them guys, one of them good guys, and I'll be chillaxing.
Huh. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I might have to give me a cold one once I get back on the road.
Yep. Matter of fact, I didn't even catch that. I heard you say something about you were doing with the Lions. Then I seen the post, the thumbnail. I didn't even check it out. I gotta go and check it out.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be I gotta edit one tonight though. I don't know if I'm gonna put it up tonight or tomorrow, but I got it all together. I just gotta finish putting it together to post it.
Mm-hmm. When you be doing them clips like that, when they be edited and short or whatever, you got to go on his channel to watch the full interview, the full live or whatever.
Of what?
When you be on the live, then I know it's kind of like, is it linked? Ain't it linked in with Ken channel some kind of way?
I do all
Okay.
no. That's all off of my channel.
Okay, what is channel? What is channel? What is channel called? What he got going on?
Well, he got two channels. He got one that he got with his wife called
Yeah,
Pimpin' Ken and Lisa in Pimpin' Ken and Lisa in the Den.
yeah. That's why I keep on getting mixed up there because I be saying that in the den.
Yeah,
I be thinking that okay. I see what you're talking about.
yeah, because me and his is in the Lions Den. With him and his wife is just in the Den.
Okay, so I thought when you was doing the live, then when he be on there, it'd be like clips off of a part of what he got going on in his, back. Okay,
Oh no, when it gets to the end, that's like me running a commercial, like basically saying, go to, if you want to watch him and his wife, that will be their, platform, seek that out on YouTube, you know.
oh, okay. Yeah, I was just wondering. I was like, I wonder if Reed got something to do with that too, or he linked in with that or whatever. No.
Yeah, because I've been invited to go do that because I want to say they shoot that out of I think Atlanta, but then sometimes he shoots out of his store too. But I just haven't had the time to fly down there to go do that.
Oh, okay. I know it'll be all love whenever you get a chance to do it. It'll be all. I know it'll be a good powwow.
Yeah. Oh, you said, Choice. You said, where you come up with the Lions Den? Well, you know what? I didn't come up with that. Matter of fact, me and Ken, we was just having a regular conversation. We was just talking, after when because he reconnected with me after I did the first interview with him. It'd been some years, but we were just talking like, man, that got a good response with the first interview that you did with me. He's like, man, we should come up with something. He just was talking nonchalantly and said the Lions Den. And I said, you know what? That's what we're gonna make it. So I started putting everything together, and we've been running ever since with it.
Man, that's amazing though. How two can just come together and create something. Hey.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. Dang, that's amazing.
Like I said, it just like I was telling the brother that said, he was a rapper, and like, you know what, you're a rapper, but you could be a ghostwriter and still get money. So out of simple conversations, something could be born out of that, and that's how I look at it. That's how I took it, because we, like I said, for real, we were just talking basically like like this, just call it something like this. That's like he was not really serious about it, and I was like, you know what, this is what it'll be called. And I
Yeah.
ran with it.
He just threw something out there and it was like, shit, that was it. He threw the right thing out there.
Right. Now, JR, you said whatever happened to the Double R series? Well, Double R, see, the thing is, with a lot of the people I have on, Double R, he's a real hustler in the streets. So it's kind of hard to tie him down to be like, okay, let's, do something. Because, he be in the middle of making actual moves, and some of that stuff I can't be, recording because he's actually in the streets. So, whenever he gets set aside time, that's when we can do something. But that's kind of hard because he's out here in these streets still. So I need to go around his way to see where, if he could say a few little things to, come back with something. Because I know people enjoyed the Hustling series.
Okay, now is he the same guy that did the? She get the money or whatever. That's him.
No.
Okay.
That's the Leo Gio.
Oh,
You're
okay.
thinking of him. Because if you go to the desktop or my opening page or whatever, if you go through the playlist, you'll see I have some series that's called Hustling, and essentially,
I remember seeing those.
yeah, because how I had the pimping series, basically, is the perspective of a hustler, how he sees certain things in life. So, you know, I just haven't did them in a while because I haven't been able to catch up with them.
Oh, okay. Did you ever talk? Did you ever get the other thing in motion, or you never got back up?
Well, I'll be getting on that now because now that I'm off that jury duty, I can because I didn't want to do any of that while I was still trying to figure out whenever that was gonna get done with. So
Yeah.
I'll get back on that now since I know my time will be pretty much freed up to do something with.
When you be on jury duty, after the case and all that stuff been settled or whatever, and it's all over with, do they give you a chance to talk about it? Like when you leave the courthouse and when you leave, and are you ever allowed to come back and talk about it?
Yeah, you can talk about it after the case is over and everything. But see, I got kicked off. This was so crazy. I got kicked off 3 cases. Each time they kicked me off, they're like, "Nah, you gotta go back to the jury room." I'm like, usually when you get kicked off, you're done. But they're like, "No, we want to try to put you on another case." I'm like, "Man, that ain't right, man."
So it was more than what they were telling you then.
Right.
I wonder what that was about.
Because in the jury room, I say usually people that told me that they did jury duty, it's probably maybe 20 people in there. It was like 150 people up in that room.
Damn.
My gosh, damn.
Was it? I know it couldn't have been no high profile case or nothing like that. It had to be something.
Because where we're at, we got a lot of different courts going on. So many court rooms or so many hearings coming up. Yeah, cases coming up. But most of them are because they said you can either get a civil or a criminal. And every one I was going on, it was criminal. It wasn't no civil. Civil been easy but you think about it, in this day and age, it take money to file some civil cases. There ain't too many people doing that.
Right, and then you gotta wait so long. And that shit 2 or 3 years before they even start off, and
Mm-hmm.
In civil cases, it take a long time because they already banking on people ain't gonna want to go through that process.
Right.
So, yep. Ugh.
Yeah, Troy said Double R really about that life. Yeah, he is. Matter of fact, if you hear any other, you go back, Choice, because I know you like going back to some of the old ones. You can tell by the way he talked and, from the particular conversations we had. I think one of the ones that's still doing good with Double R is Clear the Air. If anybody that's on here hear that Clear the Air, the beginning, a lot of people think, oh, Double R, he might have lost in that conversation or dialogue. You gotta listen to the whole thing. It's like 55 minutes. Once you hear the whole thing, you're like, okay, now I get it. I ain't gonna say who the other person is on there, but on that Clear the Air, yeah, Double R came out successful on that one.
Mm-hmm. Like you said, you just got to hear the different sides and hear the different point of views, and
Right. That's to me with all conversations. Like I said, it'll be a link in someone's
got James Kills just came in. What's good, James Kills?
What up, James?
James.
Oh yeah, you know who the other person is, JR? Well, hey, you may know him. I ain't gonna say their name. They don't say my name on their channel, so as long as it's kept like that's cool.
That's right. Glad to see y'all came in. Everybody coming in. Hit that thumbs up button. We had the showing on my end is only showing 4 in the chat.
Yeah, you know how they be playing with the numbers.
I'm looking at more than that in the chat though. We got James just came in and Choice just came in, and we have at least what I was Shaw came in earlier.
Yeah, I know Shaw probably back to full time refreshing this cocktail. Like, you know what? I gotta refresh my cocktail.
Cadillac came in. Jaquan Rivera came in. I'm just going back through the dialogue, through the chat. Ricky Arnold came in. I see a couple of these must be new people that's been coming in.
Yeah, Ricky Arnold. I think he had weighed in a while ago, but he's from Mississippi. I remember the last time he was telling me he was from Mississippi. I forgot that because he had told me before what part of Mississippi he was from. I think it's a small town. I think he's because I told him I had family out of Jackson. He said wherever it was from is
Yeah.
it was I forget not really. I don't think it was really that close to Jackson, but it's been years since I've been to Jackson.
Yeah, I'm close to Jackson.
Hmm.
Franklin, Jackson, all that. I'm close to all that.
Hmm.
Probably about 25, 30 minutes away.
Hmm.
How long y'all been following the channel? If y'all still on here listening? Ricky Arnold and Jaquan Rivera. Y'all been on the channel for a while, or how long y'all been checking Too Cool to Con out?
Right.
If y'all able to respond and tell us how you was able to reach how was you able to reach the channel?
Right. Now, JR, you said I used to have Billions as well. She had an interesting perspective. Yeah, now I'll say this about Billions, and I'll say this about Boston. I know I done had a lot of people say, well, Regal, why don't you got Billions on anymore or Boston on, or why can't we see their content? Because they reached out to me like women do, real women, not no hoes or bitches or broads or sluts. They reached out and like, you know what, Rick, my life, I'm going in a different direction, and I kind of, don't want, that up on here no more. Can you, do me that much respect to, pull it down? And I respected their request, so I pulled it down because if you're not a participant in certain things in life, you may not want to put that out there no more.
Right. Well, when you change your life, you want to get rid of some of the old stuff too. If you can help it.
Right.
You want to delete the spam and throw your trash out or whatever.
Right.
Turn over a new slate.
And that's what I think. When you're a respectable person, that's what you do. You honor someone's request when it's like that, because I didn't pay them to do anything like that. I could see like, yeah, I paid you to do this, and they came on here with their own free will of just wanting to speak from their perspective. So when they asked me that, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna honor that.
That's right. Yeah, what kind of person would you be if you wouldn't honor somebody else's request?
Right. When they showed me love, just for showing me love, you know what I'm saying? That would be wrong.
That'd be some bullshit. Hey, like, listen, I'm out of here. But you got some people out there that do that. You got to pay me, or I'm gonna hold this for blackmail or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it ain't about that when you're dealing with real life, individuals.
Right. That's why I always say, when I hear people repurposing old work that I don't have on my channel or is private or whatever, I don't respect none of that. To me tells me you are against us as a people. You want to get people locked up and incarcerated, and I'm not with any of that type of stuff.
Right. He said he would be like a Russian DJ.
Yeah, you know what Russian DJ he talking about, don't you, Williams?
Yeah, when they messed all the girls up.
No. One. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not like the Russian DJ that claims that they're out the bay. No, you're Russian.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I hate that. I don't say I hate it, but I don't like that police saying shit he be doing.
Right.
And he just reach out and ask the questions that you know you're supposed to ask. He asked.
Right.
Like, dang. He giving you the rope to hang yourself. Essentially, he gonna hand that rope to you. He gonna put it around your neck and hang yourself.
Right.
You know.
And then wants to say, well, they're the one that answered it. You don't. I wasn't forcing them. No, it's the man. But see, I blame a lot of times the brothers. I think the most person that went on there and did the most respectful thing, I'll say, is Trench. You know, he just got up and walked up out that joint.
Yeah, I seen a couple of them get up and walk off about them. Mm-hmm. But see, it's like okay, you know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Why are you trying to, you know what I'm saying, make somebody implement themselves or put themselves in a situation like that?
Right.
You know?
And like I said, why do you always do that to people that have melanin? Why don't you do it to the people that attend, you know, the Star David building? Why don't you do it to those people that are like you? Why don't you do it to them?
Right.
Because you feel that you're above people of melanin pigmentation. I don't respect that.
I think he like what everybody else say. He is an agent. He an agent in the game, and he just sit there to collect information, to interview, and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
To get people business, and you know what I'm saying? 'Cause if you think about it, nothing really ever happens to him. He always can get away with everything that he's doing, and he gets away real smooth and calm.
Right.
You know. So, like, I would say, like, you know, he is the number one, you know, coach of vulture.
He sure is.
You know. I don't understand why well, I know it's all about promotion and money and all that, but you would think that essentially, you know, our people would get them, with you know, by enough of us already got, you know, stuff going on with the internet, and, you know, they would need to be going to go on that, you know, on this platform.
Right. And I even look at it because think about it like this. They're like, oh, well, the people do numbers when they come on my thing. Now think about it like this. You saying they're doing numbers,
Yeah.
but these same people got their own platforms and don't do those numbers. So
Right.
Why is it because they're going on your thing they do numbers?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because you're cutting it where they're basically throwing themselves under the bus about something?
Right. Or is somebody paying you to, or are you paying somebody to come on your platform to? Every time I listen to it, it seems like to me that you in there. It remind me of the damn interrogation room.
Right.
You know, every video, every one I done watch, it's just like you in there. It remind me of the interrogation room.
Or that unnecessary name dropping. Like when I interview people, I don't be like, okay, yeah, I was talking to this. I'm real cool with this person or something like that. No, I don't do that. And if I do mention it, it's something that doesn't link nobody's like, yeah, you like this and they like that, and not like, well, why do you think they like this? Why do you think they don't like this? Or
let's talk about your enemy or somebody that you got beef with.
right.
Some no bullshit like that you shouldn't be really televising or talking about it.
Right.
We know that negativity, you know what I'm saying, feeds energy and get a lot of attention. So when you do stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, like you said, you don't do it to nobody but us. You know what I mean?
Right.
You ain't doing it to nobody else that's less than melanin coming on there. Because really, for one, you don't have too many that do go on there.
Right.
You know what I mean? But the few that you do have going there is posture a little bit different.
You're right. You're talking real sweet to them. You're not throwing no under the bus type of questions to them or anything like that.
Well, yeah, one of us, somebody from the street going there, a rapper or somebody going there, he want to know about, you know, how many bricks they sold, or their lifestyle, or what they did to make it, and all. Man, come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He want to know about all that, you know, personal stuff, like, you know, what you was doing on the block and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, Troy said he's a damn agent provocateur, period. Most definitely he is. Matter of fact, people don't believe it's a certain alphabet front that doesn't have to wear a uniform. Their uniform is plain clothes.
Right. Yeah. and for the majority of it, you know what I'm saying, when they don't know, for them celebrities, athletes, actors, etc. They all got handlers, you know what I'm saying? So who you think those handlers are? And they got bodyguards, so who you think those bodyguards are?
Right.
They police, you know what I'm saying? They some kind of law enforcement all the time. So you got the ABC, you got the alphabet boys following you at all times, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it don't take much for, you know what I'm saying, the outside, a person on the inside to already be in the law enforcement to see what you got going on and report your ass.
Matter of fact, this is an old movie, and I think people need to watch it because you know how I break down movies. I haven't even analyzed this movie since I've really been awake or awoken. Is Deep Cover with Lawrence Fishburne. Yes.
Yeah, that was a good movie there. That's a classic there. I still got that soundtrack. That was a bad motherfucking soundtrack. That Deep Cover soundtrack. Yeah. Yeah, he put Lawrence Fishburne put a lot of meaning, a lot of acting a lot of meaning into that story, man.
And just think, the person that he was trying to get that he was under in Deep Cover with is essentially the same background as this Russian DJ.
Yeah. And you notice the most like those videos and stuff when they show those. Those uniform officers and those, people with the weapons and all that stuff that don't have nothing, they mostly be the ABC boys for real.
Right. Oh, Choice, why did you say that? Now I'm about to blow everyone's head up about that one because there's some people that done heard what I said about Training Day. I don't know if you heard this perspective about Training Day, but matter of fact, let's start off like this. Williams, what can you see in Training Day that is associated with something else within the media or someone we know from being a rapper or anybody? What can you pull out of Training Day? Because I'm about to go into it. I just want to hear what you think.
Let me think back now, because I seen a lot of crooked stuff going on in there. I mean, I don't know what part you basically trying to hit at, but I've seen a lot of crooked stuff going on in that part right there, as far as Denzel and his agenda, as far as trying to persuade people to do this and do that and think that he was a good guy and all that shit. I've seen a lot of trickery, but I don't know which angle you trying to exactly go on.
Let me see if this makes sense when I say it to everybody, not just you. This is everybody. I think Training Day is about Tupac.
Yeah, I think I heard that from somewhere before too. Man, I think that was on a live that me and you did a while back when you was talking about it. That you thought that he was acting Tupac's life out. You know what I'm saying? And during that character in that movie.
Yeah. Look, Denzel was acting out Tupac's life, but they put it in a realm of him being a cop.
Right.
And keep going.
No, I was gonna say I think that we know that Tupac would have played just as good a role as Denzel played on that particular character.
Right, but I'm saying how they put the spin on it. Essentially, how Pac was hot headed. You think about it, Denzel was kind of hot headed in certain areas, and then remember how they played I forget what his name was in Training Day, but anyways, he got to get. Say that again.
The white boy Ethan Hawke.
No, I'm talking about Denzel's character name.
Oh yeah. Damn.
Anyway, Denzel's character name, the older cops or whatever, he got to get that money together. Yeah, Alonzo. He got to get that money together to pay them Russians because, he beat up someone bad in Vegas. He got to get that money to pay them so they won't kill him. So let's just flash forward to the end. He's riding in a black Monte Carlo, not a black Beamer, a black Monte Carlo. He's riding by himself, not with Suge or nobody, by himself. At the stop sign, not the stop light. And then some cars pull up out of the blue and get the dusting them off. He's not in the car, he's outside the car. So it's like we're mirroring it, but we're mirroring it in ways where it could kind of confuse you. Like, well, Tupac was in the car. Well, Denzel was outside of the car getting shot up.
Right.
He wasn't got shot up by one person. It was a multiple people that came out and shot him.
You see the comparison too in what you're saying. I see the comparison too, and if somebody that's got an open mind can really see, the comparison. And when I think back on what you're saying, yeah, that's right though. That's true.
Right.
It's so coincidental. It's just pathetic.
And then just think, all the people that Tupac had dealings with were in that movie. Dr. Dre was in there. Snoop was in there. Come on. At the time when Death Row was really doing his thing.
It ain't far off to say that certain members of the group was hating on and wanting to get his spotlight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it's hard to say that. I think Pop, you know what I'm saying? He had people that loved him, but at the end of the day, he had a lot of people that was jealous of him, and he had a lot of people that envied him, and he had a lot of haters. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then especially when he started, talking about, what I'm saying, what was really going on with the industry and all that, and Illuminati and all that shit there, you know what I'm saying? He started going against the grain, and then they really, you know what I mean, had to get rid of that, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because you got so many, you didn't have Facebook and Twitter and all that back then, but you had so many people following you, man. It was like, damn, whatever you say, you just strike a wall, right? Not just by saying something, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's just like Malcolm and Martin Luther King, and you know what I'm saying, and Marcus Garvey and the rest of them. He had that kind of fire him that he can bring the people together, and also give them rebel too and overthrow the system.
Right.
And now, they want to see that coming.
Now think about this. This is another one people don't think about. The movie Gang Related that he was in.
Yeah.
Just think, that movie came out after he passed. Gang Related. What did they call the stuff that happened in Vegas? Oh, that was gang related. Now think about this. That plot of that movie that he was in, whatever, the bum dude, they got the bum dude, and they ended up trying to plant a gun on him that they stole from the police lockup room. Well, think about that. That happened when Pac got in the shootout with them police in real life. And the reason why he beat the case because the gun that they took was from the police lockup.
Right.
But they used that in the movie. I mean, come on.
They telling you. People don't pay attention to the messages, to the subliminal messages.
Now, let's go even deeper with this. Okay. Now, that movie was put up by who? MGM. Where was the last place Pac was at when that altercation happened?
MGM.
MGM, and it was what? Gang related.
Mm-hmm. Wow. You putting some pieces together that they don't want you to put together.
Right.
And this what I like, calling, and talking about stuff that's, outside the box, stuff that we don't. It's easy for us to say that, it happened like this, or it happened like that, but we done seen enough evidence and enough video footage that showed us where they done changed pretty much the scene of the crime, the car, the vehicle, the position of the way, no blood on the ground, no bullets. They done changed it up so many ways to where, like Cat Williams said, they'll show you the truth and the lie at the same time.
Right. Just like
So,
think about it like this. The car that, Pac was gunned down in, they still got it. It's on display in a museum, but they fixed it all up. Why fix it back? Why not keep it in the position that it was, because think about it like this. What is it, Bonnie and Clyde? I think they got that car and it's still all shot up like, when they really got gunned down back then. It ain't fixed back up. So why would you do that?
Right. That wouldn't be a part of history if they fixed it back up and restored it.
Right.
They wanted to show you the lifestyle and the life of that, vehicle or whatever, or what it went through.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to put it back in pristine condition because the value of it is worth more beat up and shot up than it is, restored.
Right.
So that's a waste. But we don't look as a people. We don't look up under the surface. We just scratch the surface and then that's it. We just think we believe everything, and that's the news said it was, the media said it was that. Okay, and we believe it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we don't go no further because we believe what we're being told for the most of us, not all of us.
Right.
So I'm like one of the ones. When they tell me something, I'm always trying to look into I'm looking deeper and further.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I just seen on the news a few days ago where they had this big lawsuit against the I don't know, the USDA or the farms or something about all these chickens and stuff like that, saying that if the chickens was contaminated. You know what I'm saying? They've been selling contaminated chickens for a good little while now. And I see where they got a lawsuit being filed against them at now. And the first thing hit my mind was, why they keep getting rid of all this chicken, and all this pie pies and all this chicken and stuff,
Yeah.
What's going on with that? And this ain't being publicized. You got to go like on the internet really indeed to find this type of information. You know what I'm saying? Where they saying that the chickens, they living in poor conditions and they got fecal matter all over them and they ain't being cleaned and properly maintained. But, I don't know, man.
Yeah, because I done heard, people talk about like on some of them farms, like, all the chicken shit, they just throw salt over it and they just re-eating that shit. Because it's like the salt is giving their shit flavor and it to them to digest that shit. So that's, man, it's fucked up.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man, and it's a big thing going on about that now, but you don't really see it in the media. But I got other sources on the internet I go on and I look at these other people and they talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So the media, they trying hard as they can to keep stuff out the media from letting people know what's really going on.
Right.
So you really got to pay attention to, you know what I'm saying, your colleagues and your other people that's out here that's putting out this information. Pay attention to it. If you don't believe it or just just take a second look at it and pay it some attention. Don't just say, oh, he just talking bullshit, I don't want to hear that or whatever. Always look into it. Somebody saying whether it's truth or a lie, you can always figure it out. So are you gonna close the door for me?
I do look at that. I mean, people hear the phrase all the time, but it still rings true to life. Each one teach one. Us talking about one little thing will make you spark. Like, man, I didn't think about that. That kind of makes me reevaluate my thoughts on certain things. Like I said, go rewatch Training Day. Go rewatch Gang Related. And then you think about all the things that done happen with Pac and everything and what they put in the media square. You could research all that same stuff and be like, man, yeah, MGM, because people think that's separate, like MGM movie versus MGM in Las Vegas is separate. No, that's the same thing. They're the same entity.
Same thing. And it's like it's crazy, man, because you can do the same thing with Michael Jackson, Prince, Biggie. You know what I'm saying? You can do the same thing with a lot of them artists. Bob Marley. You can go on and on with just like you can see they denied before it happened, and then after it happened, you can put everything together and be like, dang, this is why it happened. I can see why it happened now.
And then let's think about who's all been connected to those three people, and probably some of the other ones that still living that done came up. Okay, for Tupac, connection with Quincy Jones because he was with his daughter, and his son did different songs and some video stuff for Pac. Okay, Quincy Jones with Prince. If you look in Graffiti Bridge, he did stuff with Warner Brothers with Prince on that. Quincy Jones with Michael Jackson and Thriller and I think Off the Wall, different things. He done did stuff. It's like, why are all these certain people always connected? Matter of fact, this is another one that's deep. What is that? The Michael Jackson song, what is it? Is it not? What's the song? I want to say Material Girl, but it's not Material Girl. It's I think he's saying some type of Island Girl. But anyways, through the whole video, Michael Jackson is not shown through the video. It's like when it gets to the end, he's shown through the video. But all the people that he's showing through the video is essentially people that are, they say Hollywood, but you could say working for certain secret societies. So they show Whoopi Goldberg. They show Carl Weathers that was in Rocky. They show Steven Spielberg. They show John Travolta. They show all these people that were connected in certain things in Hollywood. So essentially, he's showing you all the people that's in on it. You know.
Right. And they took he was putting it out there for us, but we couldn't put it together until later on.
Right.
A lot of them, they try to tell you what's going on, but they can't just come out blatantly and tell you. They got to tell you in code. You know what I mean?
Right.
And there's just so many of us that catch on to it. We might just hear a good beat and a good tune. Well, oh, it sounds good. Like, now they actually telling you, you know what I'm saying? What's going on.
Right.
A lot of them telling you, I sold my soul to the devil. I did. They telling you this. You thinking it's a joke, you know what I'm saying? But no, it ain't no joke. They telling you for real.
Right. Now, what's up? Jay Chili said, "What's up, people? How's everybody doing tonight? I'm doing lovely. I ain't used that word in a long time, but yeah, I'm doing lovely. We're doing good.
Yeah.
We're just talking about some strange occurrences. Certain things that when you see them, you're like, why am I seeing it like this? Because I don't believe in no coincidences. Things is done by design. Like I said in the courtroom, because they said something in the courtroom like, if you had all the money in the world, how would you change the criminal justice system? I'm like, if I had all the money in the world, I still wouldn't be able to change any of this shit. This shit is by design.
Yeah.
It's meant to be like that.
Exactly. That's what it is. You can't change everything. You can change some things, but you can't change everything. No care how much money you got.
Right.
There's certain things we just can't change. But yeah, the things that make you go,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dre Chili said the money just perpetuate the bullshit even more. Or would perpetuate the bullshit even more. Yeah. Because think about it like this. What did Bill Cosby try to do? He tried to buy a network. And essentially think about it in the aspects of where the power would lie. You buy the network. That means you can put up, certain images and certain kind of ideologies from this big network to affect the people. Because you figure you already did that with the Cosby Show, American's Dad, and things like that. They don't want you, a brother or a melanated person, to have actual control over something like that.
Exactly. They finna get ready to come after Tyler Perry. He think he did something. They finna get ready to come after him. They already trying to give Byron Allen no justice. They finna try to show Tyler Perry that he ain't got nothing going on. They gonna try to destroy what he built up. Just watch see what I tell you. Every celebrity, everyone that we think that we hold to a high standard or in position of power, whatever, they knock them all down.
Right.
And we see them all fall.
Now TER said, doing well, first time here. Hey, I'm glad that you're in here. Hopefully you got something to add to the conversation. Anybody wants to call in, I got the hotline posted. You got to scroll through the chat and you'll be able to see it. Dre Chili said, yeah, they just hated that acquisition. He said, you calling it they don't want us owning media and real capital interests.
Exactly.
Hey, Dre, if you got time, call in. I know you got something you can add to, kind of what we're kind of touching on.
I ain't seen him in a minute. I ain't seen Dre Chili in a minute. What's going on?
Huh.
I remember that. Last time he was in and I heard him.
Right.
Been a minute. What's going on, King Righteous?
All Righteous, what's going on? What's going on? Glad you in here, Righteous. We got to do something again. I'm glad that you done fell through. Hey, everybody, you see in the chat it say King Righteous. That's King Righteous that you be seeing on the videos. He got plenty of videos on here, and that's his channel. Matter of fact, subscribe to his channel. You know, I know he'll start putting up some content of his own on his platform. So hey, I rock with King Righteous. You know.
Yeah, he always has something good to say, something positive to say, and I can always learn something from him.
Hmm.
Last time I seen that one of y'all did, I think he was beside a whatever, a Batman machine or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me add Dre in.
Call from Ray Chili.
What up, Dre?
What up, Rick? What's going on? How's everybody doing?
We doing good.
What's going on with
That's what's up. Man, yeah, that Tyler Perry acquisition, man, they do not like that because he usurping, he playing, and you know, they try to make it sound like, oh, it was a conspiracy that when Bill Cosby tried to buy CBS, man. See, you know, when we talk Rick, and you know how they play with your channel with the algorithms and they do things of that nature, they really don't want us owning any form of mass media because, you know, that's how the Republic is influenced through the mass media.
Right.
So anytime a brother, you know, get the land and then, you know, you provide jobs and you promote business and commerce, they don't like that, man. They don't like that at all. At all.
All right.
You know?
Yeah, because that's messing with their narrative that they want to promote.
Right.
Oh, exactly. Because they want to be able to continue to push this narrative like we not supposed to have shit.
Right.
You know, excuse my thing, but that's how I feel. Like, you know, you look at all of these brothers, that's the real reason why they all upset. Because, you know, even with LeBron James right now, they trying to drag him through the mud because, you know, here's a brother that's protecting his business interests. You know, they try to pick and choose and say, well, you know, you should be, you know, concerned about what's happening over in Hong Kong and all that. But what about all of the Apple products and shit like that we buy from these various countries? And, you know, don't nobody say nothing about the other businessmen, you know, that do business with these, they like to call them communist governments and, you know, dictatorships. But whenever a brother say, hey, I got to, you know, kind of protect my capital interests, it's a problem.
Right.
You're absolutely right, man. When you say Tyler Perry, man, like you said, they probably gonna try to jump after him and get on him about some shit, you know?
Right.
They coming at him. Like they do all of us. You know, I don't see hardly no, you know what I'm saying, with all the money that we supposed to have and create the revenue and all stars and the athletes and that. Why we don't have our own NFL and you know what I'm saying, baseball and football? Why we don't have our own goddamn sports stations and sports channels? Why we still playing ball in these white folks' church that don't give a damn about us? That's modern day slavery. They still enslaving us. If all of us got our own, you know what I'm saying, teams, they couldn't beat us no way. They can't beat us.
Nope. Not on
You know what I mean?
at all.
So we got our own.
Just like,
Go ahead.
real quick, you mentioned the NFL. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but you mentioned the NFL. Remember how they tried to pull the wool over our eyes when they tried to use Jay-Z as the Negro mascot? Because I don't care what nobody say, that's what he is. And I would hear brothers just try to make the justification. Well, he opening up doors. Man, what fucking doors?
Right.
You got to think, even if they gave him a minority interest, you still at they shit. And that's why I do agree with a lot of guys like Boyce Watkins and Claude Anderson and people like that, where they say, man, we got to build the shit. Fuck asking for a goddamn seat at their dinner table.
Right.
You got to see, he opened up, you know, that whole bullshit narrative like we need them.
Hold on a second, y'all.
Call from.
Right.
To accept, press 1.
Oh, man, yeah.
Righteous, you in there?
Yeah, what up, man?
What's up?
What's going on, people?
What's up?
What's
King
up?
Righteous.
What's up, King Righteous?
Righteous.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, I hear you, man.
Okay. What do you want to add to the conversation?
Okay.
Yeah, you might have to turn the other thing down.
What you talking about, me?
Yeah, whoever got the thing where I could hear it.
hear now?
Because I'm on another phone.
Say that again. Righteous?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, what's going on, man?
No, I just said, well, what do you want to add to the conversation? That what we covering?
I just long in. What are y'all talking about?
Well, Dre, go ahead. We'll finish your point. What you were saying.
Oh no, I was just saying, man, this whole mindset, man, that they try to pull over on us. I'm just speaking really specifically to the black and melanated people, because I know that you have a wide viewership, but this whole bullshit notion that we gotta somehow, some way, consistently be subservient to the establishment. You know, it's like that bullshit. And in particular, we was just talking about King Righteous, because I know you just coming in. We was talking about, what Tyler Perry did. I admire that, and we talked about how they're gonna try to find dig up some shit on him, because whenever they see us build anything for ourselves, and I'm talking about the racist white power elite in particular, whenever they see us build something for ourselves and we're not asking them for a fucking handout, that's the ultimate threat. They don't care about some black guy, blackface, getting 2 to 5% ownership in a fucking NFL team. But
right.
when he owns this operation outright, that's
right.
his problem.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
This whole notion that we're not supposed to have anything as just the black society in general. We supposed to, be in the slum. We supposed to get the bottom takings of the litter. No, fuck that. We got to change that narrative.
Right.
Right.
Sure did.
Yeah, they act like whatever they give us, we're supposed to take it and accept it and be happy with it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The clone.
And we stand up for ourselves and speak out against it or speak out about it, and then they want to try to kill us or shoot us down and drag our name and image and all that kind of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
We can't never just die off and be successful. There's always got to be a storyline behind it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Always. That's why, like, if you go and you look at Bill Cosby's Wikipedia page, it's like right after his birthday, it put a person's birthday up. It got convicted, It got convicted of sexual assault. As an American comedian and currently convicted for sexual assault or some shit like that. But that's, that's
First thing pop up.
Yeah, first thing pop up. Because when he was convicted of that bullshit, that's the first thing I did. I went right to his Wikipedia page and seen how quick they had changed it. And shit, that was the same day.
Yeah, they trying to discredit him and take our history from us and rewrite our history for us, but they can't do that.
Right.
But we allow them to do that. You know what I mean?
Well, I look at it like I ain't allowing nothing, because, like I said, the little bit of thing I learned from being on that jury, how you can tell how the melanated or melanless people are programmed. They were saying so much ill things about, around my town, like, oh, the north side is real bad, and I can't see how people live here. I'm like, it took this one melanist older white guy to say, I don't know what any of these people are talking about. I done grew up on the north side for over 40 years, and I had no issues. I don't raise my kids and everything. But some people are so programmed to watching news stories and, this is going on in this part of town where a lot of melanated people are. So, you shouldn't go to this part of town and things like that. They continue to write stereotypes. Yeah.
Yeah, next time somebody talk about the north side, I say north side of what? North side of America.
Right.
Exactly. North America and South America. What are you talking about?
Right.
Right. So it's like, man,
associated with the melanin people or melanated people.
Yeah, right.
Supposed to be looked up on that squalor and shit. Fuck out of here.
Right. So, we, like you said, bro, we gotta change the narrative. It's really that simple. It's like we gotta quit pointing the finger at the white man. Yeah, you feel me? Yeah, we gotta now it's time to look at the man in the mirror.
Right.
what I'm saying, and check ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Because
But yeah,
nobody gonna teach us our history. We gotta take charge of that department. You know what I'm saying? Of our history.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because somebody else can come tell you their history, their story. They can define, your history for you and give you a whitewash it.
right.
You feel me? But it's up to us to go and research and do the knowledge and find out what it really was for ourselves.
Right.
You feel me? And then teach that, pass that on to our families, our babies, and our grandchildren. You feel me? Leave a legacy. It's our responsibility. Ain't nobody else's responsibility.
Right.
You
Right.
feel me? Start time out for pointing out, time to point in. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah, we gotta check ourselves, and they can't nobody stop us.
We got to break out of the condition. You know what I'm saying? Because they created the condition. We got to break out of it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They got us in this mindset. And we got to go to them for our history, for our culture, what I'm saying, for our religion. Everything we want that sustain our lives as black men, melanated people, bro. So we got to go to them to validate who we are. Because we don't do the knowledge. We don't study. We
Right.
don't research.
Do you think that's a part of our insecurities as a race? I mean, given the oppression and everything that we face here in this country, do you think that's a symptom of all of that? The insecurity, racial insecurities. And like you just said, we gotta, that upsets me, like personally, when I hear them, when I hear
I'm gonna give you scripture. Right, we give you scripture out the Bible. The scripture said, we should, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. I'm talking about the Bible. And saying it also states that we should study to show thyself approved. You feel me? That's in the scriptures. I don't know what faith or denomination we go by, but if we just take that move as a principle and apply that to our lives, we ain't got to worry about what's on the outside because we checking ourselves. You know what I'm saying? You keep doing the research. You study it. We ain't got no time to be wasting with them. You know what I'm saying?
They lied to us for 500 years and we can't expect to get the truth
Yeah,
out.
man. Come on. Yeah, 400 to 500 years and counting.
Right.
Yeah, we've been hoodwinked. Like Malcolm said, we've been bamboozled, led astray, led them up. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to check that ignorant behavior, man. Put something on our domes. We don't exercise our minds. You know what I'm saying? That's what time it is. And yes, brother, to answer your question, it's like, this society, we've been dumbed down as a people. We've been taught to hate ourselves.
Right.
See? We've been taught that white is good, black is bad. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's a form of white superiority. White supremacy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're taught to love everything white and hate everything black.
That Stockholm syndrome, like how they show the belly of that cop killer or that cop that killed the brother in his own apartment. How the bailiff was smoothing her hair down and everything after she got convicted. I'm like, what people do that? Why are we so forgiving? No.
Well, of course, right. Yeah, that's a Stockholm syndrome. I'm saying we've been taught to hate ourselves, be so desensitized when it comes to, when they kill us. And we still love art for killing us. You know what I'm saying?
We just desensitized with you.
Right.
And you guys know that she already in the mix to get ready to file her appeal for that.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Hey, but Pete Gang, this is another thing. They weren't African Americans. They weren't just black American so-called Negroes. They were from the islands. They weren't us. Right. Okay, that's another thing.
Yeah, they were Haitians.
Yeah, they were Haitians. There you go. They were islanders. They were not, American so-called Negroes. Okay, right. So they know we had a longer history in dealing with these folks. Most of the death blow. The death blow was dealt here in America. You see what I'm saying? The islanders, they didn't want to still have some culture, their language, their custom. They were able to hold on to that, even though they were, put in, slavery or whatever, they indentured servants. But the death blow was dealt here with our forefathers and foremothers. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't been dealt the same way we've been dealt.
Right. We were dealt a different cloth. You know what I'm saying? We come from a different slate. You know what I'm saying? That's here in the hills of North America. And so our fight's a little different. You know,
on the worldwide scheme of things, or grand scheme of things, they set an agenda, or they set something off that could trickle down all over the world. You know what I'm saying? Just that one incident is like a domino effect. So we continue to see it happening and think we condition and believe that it's okay with. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because what we're dealing with here in the West, we're dealing with a form of white supremacy, which was built under capitalism.
Yeah.
They enslaved us, and they were enslaved because they made profit off of the African slaves. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't so much a race thing, but that was the effect of European colonialism when they colonized Africa. They went into Africa, you know what I'm saying? And they divided up Africa and amongst the Europeans. They enslaved them, you know what I'm saying? They made the transatlantic slave trade that came about.
Right.
Brought our forefathers and foremothers from the continent. So we're dealing with a form of colonialism based on white supremacy and white capitalism. That's what we're under, the white capitalist system. So the system itself was built off of colonialism or white supremacy. So that's what we face with every day. It's a form of white supremacy.
Right.
The whites on top, the blacks on the bottom.
That's right.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the broader scale.
Sure, I totally agree with everything you just said, bro. And especially when it deals with the capitalism. I was talking about the NFL earlier, and
Okay.
and in particular with a lot of them brothers. See, a lot of people don't know that their CBA is about to expire, and they really are starting to take hold and grasp what the NBA has grasped for years, that these fucking fans at the end of the day is coming to see us play. And these shitty contracts with these, these bullshit contracts where they're playing a contact physical sport, and the average NFL career is like 2 years. And a lot of these guys are getting smarter. No, I don't need no agent to take 2 or 3%. I can figure out my own taxes. So they really starting to take care of their finances a little bit more, and that's upsetting a lot of these racist ass NFL owners, because what a lot of these brothers are doing is they'll play through that rookie contract, and then they'll play maybe 1 or 2 years into that second contract where they got a bigger bonus and everything, and then they bounce 5 years and then they do it. And I don't blame them. That CTE is real. And a lot of all you got to do is pay attention to a lot of these, and I don't pay attention to them from like no fan shit, but to gauge what you said, the capitalistic jealousy that a lot of racists have towards black athletes, black entertainers. They pocket watch us like a motherfucker. They can tell you every goddamn, dollar that LeBron James has made, and whoever else is affiliated is getting they fair share of pot. And so when you look at like whenever, say Floyd Mayweather put on a promotion, his promotion, he owned the venue, or he don't own the venue, but he owned the promotion. He rent the venue, put the money up, fight the fight, make the purse, get the gate and everything, as well as the pay-per-view sales. And if you read the comment, because what you just said, they don't like and they don't want us to be able to control capital and money. That's the key to this shit. In my opinion.
Yeah, they never intended for us to be free and independent thinkers. And that's where Mayweather beat them at their own game. He became his own promoter.
Yeah, but
he did outdone. So he stepped up, he made a step above Don King and Al Heyman and De La Hoya and whoever else, these other promoters, you feel me? And he became one of the most powerful, promoters in the game. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the net worth is damn near $500 million. You know what I'm saying? Where he promoted himself, and he had, like you said, they need to decide the purse, how much money he make, and he gets half of the Showtime, the HBO. He get a cut from all that shit. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
He get a check, and they like, damn, this a free nigga. He is his own nigga. We don't control this nigga. Yep. So that's what they don't like. They never want us to be strong and independent and free-thinking black men. They want us always to be subservient and under their rule and their leadership. You feel me?
Right.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Reed, so
once you break them chains, the mental chains, oh yeah, it's a wrap.
Now, what is it, Dre?
I was just gonna say real quick because I kind of came in to your stream kind of late. You said something about how you had jury duty. Can you just give me a quick recap on that and everything, and you know what transpired with that?
Well, essentially, I got kicked off of 3 different cases. You know, I didn't I didn't meet whatever standard that they felt that they needed me to be on there. But each time I got kicked off, they kept sending me back to the jury room and like, oh, go back to the jury room. It was like I was telling Williams, it was like 150 people up in the jury room to be called on a case, and every case that I got called on was a criminal case. So, I look at it like, since we're from the turf, we done experienced something that, probably would conflict with, what they're looking for. And a lot of those judges that were sitting on the benches was essentially saying, well, we know, this probably done transpired in your life. Can't you set that aside and just, be on the case? I'm like, no. If I feel I have an issue with that, I cannot be on this case unless you want me to lie under oath. As soon as I said that, they said, oh no, let him get out of here. He's saying he's trying to say the judge wants him to lie.
Oh yeah, because you're thinking for yourself. Basically, they want you wasn't the happy-faced Negro that was just gonna send somebody else up the goddamn river without the title.
Right.
And they didn't like that. Right. You're supposed to go with the consensus. Damn it! You're not supposed to be able to think for yourself and have a mind.
Right.
Yeah.
But the thing that was so crazy, it was a brother that actually knew one of the dudes that were getting convicted. And I could have swore if you knew someone that was, getting charged or whatever, you can't be on the case. But they let him stay on. I'm like, where they do that at?
Yeah. I got the kangaroo court there.
Right.
I got kangaroo bullshit.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
I gotta make a run, fellas. I gotta jump off. So,
Hey, William, it was good talking to you, bro.
All right, Will.
All right, black man, stay strong.
I'm gonna stay tuned. I'm gonna stay tuned in. I got to jump off and I'm gonna be driving, so
Okay.
I just be listening, but I'll still be tuned in, and I might get a comment in every now and then. So yeah, I ain't just gone yet.
Man.
All right.
Hey, what's your name, bro?
I just call me Will, man. Williams.
Will?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm King Riker.
Yeah, he be peeping your videos. Everybody that done been on there peeped your videos are righteous.
All right. I was just talking about you a few minutes ago. We were just talking about you. Then you came in.
Yeah, man, I've been listening to Nation out there on the mothership, you know what I'm saying? A lot of cats and a lot take flight, you know what I'm saying? They take that spiritual flight, man, you disappear, you know what I'm saying? For real. You know, they know I got angel wings, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what it's about, man. Yes, sir. That's what it's about, being in tune with yourself. Learning who you are, you know, to know thyself is to know God. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what it's about, man. The spirituality. Build on that. Can nothing stop you. You feel me?
You know, that's that trajectory.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. God didn't bring us this far. On the Most High, Elohim, what we call, it didn't bring us this far for us just to give up. You feel me?
Right.
That's right. Yeah. That was an insult to our ancestors.
Right.
Our forefathers and foremothers. Yeah, we got to keep the struggle continues.
Right.
This ain't over.
And you ain't talking about the ones that wear the white wigs that's on them greenbacks that be in our pocket either. The real ancestors.
Not at all. Exactly. Yeah, ain't talking about them forefathers, you know what I'm saying? Them the imposters. I ain't talking about our forefathers, the heroes and the zeros, you feel me? For our liberation and our salvation. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so we got the struggle continues. If you've been watching these news and these reading the newspapers, we are at war. They kill us on a daily basis. Not just physically, but mentally, spiritually, and morally.
Right.
You feel me?
Socially. Everywhere they can kill us, they trying to kill us.
Yeah.
everywhere they
We
can.
fighting against white supremacy on a daily basis. The moment you wake up and turn on your television or pick up your phone, you're dealing with white supremacy. They're watching us.
Mm.
See, and that's,
So we got to be on our square. You know what I'm saying?
it's
Cross our
wild.
eyes and cross our T's, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's wild.
T's and Q's because, you know, like I said, we still on the move.
It's wrong, us, man. They trying to take us off our own planet, man. They trying to kill us off for real, man.
You know, because they know their time is up.
Hmm.
They're the only illegitimate, human being that's on this planet.
Right.
Caucasian race, the Neanderthals. They ain't supposed to be here. Yeah, the sun tell them that.
Right.
Hot out. Yeah, they gotta hide. They gotta run for cover. They gotta put the suntan on, the sunblock, sunscreen, or whatever the hell they pull out the umbrellas, they run to the shade. The sun to remind them, you ain't even supposed to be here.
Mm.
Not outside. You're supposed to be in the hills and caves of Europe. Real talk. Real talk. I'm leaving you on that note, brother. Yeah, that's the peace.
We'll get a chance to chop it up again, man. I appreciate that, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I see you be traveling a little bit, so hopefully I get a chance to, we'll travel with you sometime,
Yeah, definitely.
We'll be go out there and roll, man.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
We gotta get up with y'all a little bit. I'm gonna get
All
all
right, bro. Take
All
care.
right.
I'm somewhere else, so I still be on listening.
All right.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
Yep.
All right, peace.
I like that. He said, what you doing? You ain't supposed to be outside. The non-melanated people probably wouldn't catch that, but
Right.
No, that's way over the head, man.
Right.
You feel me? Yeah. I ain't got time to be, derogatory or degrading for what? I already understand their nature, so ain't no need for me to be mad at them. I understand their nature and I understand who I am as an original black man. You feel me? So I don't waste time, little petty stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's little punk stuff to me, trying to be mad and cussing them out. No, I understand who they are. I know their nature. You feel
Right.
me? So,
Let me add
that's
Choice to the call.
why
Hold
I
up.
created it. We do what it do.
What up, Choice?
What it do?
What you want to add to the conversation?
Hello? What's happening, everybody? Hey, what's going on?
Detroit, the deal.
Now, Choice. Now, I know you and Righteous got this in common. Y'all both originally from Chicago. What part from Chicago you from again, Choice?
From the west.
Okay.
West side.
All right.
Yeah, same here. I was born in Cape Town. Well, Roosevelt, the old Roosevelt Hospital. Yeah, on the west side. I was born there. And lived in on Kisney, 19th and Kisney, as a little boy.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Those
Say that again, Dre.
The former NBA player Antoine Walker from the west side of Chicago, right? I believe you guys out of town, right? I think it's Derrick Rose from south side or west side?
Yeah, Derrick Rose is on the south side. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, but that was just a place we touched down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We can't get stuck there. That don't really define who we are.
Right. That's true.
Individuals.
That's true.
That was just a place we touched down. You know what I'm saying? When we came out the mother's womb.
Mm-hmm.
And this part, the wilderness of North America. Whether it was south side or west side of Chicago or south side or west side of Memphis. You feel me?
Right.
You feel me? Yeah, we just touched down in different parts of this country. But that shouldn't define who we are as original people. You know what I'm saying? Melanated people, as the brother said.
Right.
That's a better word for it. Defining who we are.
Mm-hmm.
And then we all can relate on a broader scale. You know what I'm saying? Not just locally, but nationally or international. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all melanated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't define ourselves by city, town, country. That don't really define who we are. were from, you know, the creator or the originals.
Right.
Before these Europeans colonized these countries and could start giving them names, like America Vespucci, they named America after him. Like Leo Africanus, named Africa after him.
Right.
We basically trade one slave name, the white man's name, for another one. You feel me? When we start putting these titles on ourselves.
True.
Okay? Right. So that's not who we are. You know what I'm saying? We ain't Chicagoans and New Yorkers and Californians. No, this is places where we touch down. That's
Right.
originals. You feel me?
I just look at, like, you know, every region, you know, you could kind of get a familiarity. Like, okay, yeah, I could kind of identify with what's going on in that section of the country, you know, because, you know, we kind of know about that or don't know about that.
Right. And that's the perspective which I was asking from. I was just asking for like clarity, you know, because I understand that, like, you know, certain people experiences from where they from might be reflective in their conversation. So I was
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. I totally agree with that. You know, because when I used to go back to the crib when I was younger, I didn't mean to cut your wisdom, but that was one of the problems I had because I was raised in the north in Minnesota. Now, I wasn't raised in Chicago. I was raised in Minnesota.
Right.
I used to have a problem with how I pronounce my words. See, it's just me speaking a certain way. They like, you ain't us. You something else. You feel me? You know, not knowing I was raised in, you know, Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Right.
Raised around a bunch of, you know, Caucasians, you know, or Edomites. Right.
so you think that they fear based on how you pronunciated your words. You think that they had like a fear. It's the fear of the unknown, basically, or you know.
Well, it was just basically. Right. It was basically no one so much a fear. It was just basically like what you just said. If you raised in a certain environment, that defines who you were. That's what we said. Well, this is who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Argyle Gardens or Robert Taylor Homes or Susan. You feel me? This is who we are. You see, they let that environment define their, you know, their character or who they were as individuals. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So just like gangs, for instance, they do the same thing. You know, they let their neighborhood define who they are. It's like tribes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You was gonna say something, Choice?
Just so I can catch up real quick, I'm just trying to see, besides Rick, who all on the line right now?
King Righteous is on and Dre Chili is on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm in here with the best. I'm in here with the best right now.
Right. Yeah, they both got
Let me say, what's going on, King Righteous and Dre Chili? I was talking over you a little bit earlier too, man.
Well, yeah, man, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, man. I really appreciate that, yo. It was a pretty good, interesting conversation. But no, man, I'm just, you know, like I said, I'm thankful for the REIT for giving me, you know, a platform, and I can come on and speak my piece on his channel and everything. I really appreciate that. So I'm just, you know, happy to be here with you know, to
he was Trump buddy, you know. So, but you know, as far as politics, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's better places, but I'm sure it's worse too. You know.
Oh, most definitely. You know what I'm saying? I know that much. The world's together. You know what I'm saying? Just Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because Dre, you said you're out of. I mean, you're in Phoenix right now, but you originally out of Detroit.
I'm originally from Detroit. Yeah, I'm from a neighborhood that's called I don't know if you guys are familiar with the old Black Bottom section. The particular neighborhood I grew up in is about 20 minutes away from the Black Bottom section. Most definitely. Where they built Ford Field. Exactly. Yeah. That's where the Black Bottom section was. Yep. Yes, sir. So I think that in particular, kind of to piggyback, on what Choice was saying, I think it's fair to say, especially in the Midwest, you have pocket cities. Like, okay, so when he talked about it's racist, like little towns. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. It's a city right outside of Detroit, literally on the border of Detroit, called Dearborn, Michigan. And that place is notorious. I was just going to knowledge to that a couple days ago. Right, see? And that place is like notorious, like particular for targeting like black drivers. And they had a little racist profile in the 60s. His name was Orville Hubbard. And when black people had first started qualifying for some of those VA home loans and stuff like that in like the early 60s, if a black family would move into Dearborn, they would, seeing, the fire department out to honk horns all night to basically annoy any black family that moved out there. And to this day, that town is still notoriously racist as hell. So, it's all white too, ain't it? Oh, just about. And it's a lot of Chaldean people as well as Middle Eastern folks. Yeah. And there's a lot of, that's the city where there's a lot of Iraqis in it? Chaldean, Iraqi people as well as, right. You have a lot of people from Afghanistan that's currently moving there now as well. There's a lot of areas, in other words, a lot of areas. Michigan is the main hub for the Middle East. Like, what it usually happens is, you guys know how, like, a lot of the Koreans will go to, West LA and places like that. And I was telling Rick when we had spoke previously, I heard there's a lot of Somali immigrants that migrate to Minnesota. The same thing I said for a lot of people that come over from the Middle East, they make way to Michigan, Southeast Michigan for the most part. So, yeah.
So, Jordan, let me ask you this. I heard that Dearborn used to have, like, melanated people in it, and pretty much the Middle Easterners, I guess I'll just say that to be politically correct, pretty much gentrified melanated people out of the whole city and pretty much control it all now.
Yes, sir. In particular, they started to kind of hit you guys on what happened in Detroit a lot. What they'll do is they'll live in Dearborn, and most of the time they'll come over. And this is why I'm in agreement. I don't have nothing against nobody, but I'm in agreement with a lot of people that is seeking reparations for ADOS as well as, a lot of people say foundational Black Americans, because a lot of the Middle Eastern population, they'll come over and get all of these tax breaks that we're not entitled to get, and they'll put their money together and, buy a gas station, in the heart of the hood, and they'll, let the little dope boys sell all of the shit in the community, and they basically taking from the inner city, which is Detroit, and then what they do with the proceeds from that money, they set up shop in Dearborn, Harper Woods, places like that. The suburban communities where they live, Roseville, Macomb County, Royal Oak, these are all like, little sub-outlet cities. And they take all of that money from Detroit and they create a tax base for where they live at. And remember, they tax-free for the first 8 years when they come over here. So you got to think, man, 8, 16, 24. So in a little under 2 generations, man, they done got some generational wealth that they created for themselves, And then they'll flip choice from the gas station again. They'll set up a party store. Basically they call it a party store, but it's really a goddamn liquor store. Or they'll set up a chicken shack or something like that. So basically they'll set up businesses that they think that we're going to supply. And unfortunately, a lot of us do supply. And they're not the only ones. There's a lot of Asian people that do the same thing in the hair care community and stuff like that. And they take that money and then they gentrify wherever they plan on planting their flag now. So, yeah, you're absolutely correct, man, when you pose that question. It's deep, man. But, how we stop all of that is we got to stop participating. So I'll give you a prime example, Troy, of what I do. Every time I go home, I make it a point, and I know this, like out on the West Coast, everybody uses debit, but back east and in the Midwest, everybody uses cash. So I make it a point to, and this is the one instance where I'm in agreement with like purchasing the big box shit, and I don't support the local mom and pop back home. And the reason why I don't support the local mom and pops back home in Detroit because none of those mom and pop joints are owned by people who live in that community. Now, I think that if you're going to have a mom and pop joint and you want me to support it, I think that it's only fair that you stay in the community in which you're going to open up shop. Not let all of the violent shit happen in the hood, and then at the end of the night, you taking a big old piggy bank and a big old piggy bag, and you running back out to the burbs. Now, the same could be said for a lot of these restaurants because they're not the only group of people. The Asian people up there, they'll open up a buffet or something like that. Same scenario. Put their kids through college with all of our bread, But I guarantee you, if it was a little 15, 16-year-old little black brother and say, hey, man, can I earn a couple of dollars? Y'all got some dishes I can wash, take the trash out. I'm trying to, find a job. You guys think that y'all can, and give them, it got to be a dishwashing job. Let them handle the cash register. You think they'll ever trust the kid and say, okay, let me see what you got. Let me see, your customer service skills. I'll let you hold down the cash wrap. They never let us do that. They'll give you a dishwashing job where you could, clean the toilet and shit like that, and you got the dishes. But something really meaningful where, he get to count the money. And at the end of the night, he understand a complete sales ticket and stuff like that, man. So every time I go home, like I said, I make it a point to only fuck with the establishment. Meaning that I'll go into a Walmart and I'll support that. And the reason why I do that is because, I'm not supporting the local mom and pop joint, but I might see 2 or 3 brothers or sisters that might have a job at, say, a Walmart or a Target or something like that. So I'd rather the status quo get the money than one of these other minority groups who have came here and you're going to basically capitalize off of us. That's
right.
Not what I'm going to go for.
Makes sense.
Well, I have to agree to that because I actually do the same thing. I'm a big believer in what I call group economics. You know what I'm saying? And that's me spending my money with somebody who looks like me. So that's the easy way to break it down. For folks that might not know about it, it's a whole way of life though. But at any rate, as far as the mom and pops, I was talking to the sister. We real cool, Facebook buddies and whatnot. So we always chopping it up. And I was telling her I go to this specific Walmart because I call it the hood of Walmart. Because we got, it's the hood of Walmart because they sell fried catfish and graves in the deli.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I don't know if y'all Walmart sell fried catfish in the deli, but ours do. But y'all in Phoenix? Huh? Well, you say you have y'all in Phoenix? No, I'm in Wisconsin. Oh, okay. I thought you said you was located in Phoenix.
Oh, Dre's located in Phoenix.
Dre? Right. Okay, what's it like out there?
Dre.
Well, Phoenix and Arizona is pretty interesting, right? Because without going into some big long ass triad, man, Phoenix is about business, and that's one of the things I can respect. They don't really get into too much of the. Now, it's a conservative state. They like a lot of the red, policies because they understand credit. Again, what Choice was just talking about, it's the business. With them, it ain't personal. They don't care about the politics as much as the business. It's very business friendly out here as long as you play corporate ball, meaning they're like, okay, you're going to have to grease a couple of ponds because what the mob didn't get, they didn't migrate from New York and they out here heavy, you know. So the shit that they was able to do in New York and back east, they can't do that. So they brought it out here. So say, for instance, the construction industry, right? If you got a business to where, you know, you come in and you restore the floors once, you know, a contract is finished and complete. In order for you to get that contract, you might have to grease 2 or 3 palms. But they'll give you a fair shake if you got a black business. They'll say, okay, well, we'll give this brother a fair shake. You know, you're going to have to pay that tax to get in, but once you're in, okay, and if you do a good job, you go 5 or 6 other contracts. So I can respect that, you know, more so than you economically castrate me, period, and just say, well, no, I'm refusing and I don't want to do business with no black person or no black company. That's the bullshit that I don't like at all. But I'm in agreement with what Rick had said earlier, though. It's important for us to start developing all of this. That way we don't got to pay no taxes. That way, you know, we ain't got to buy into somebody else's system and stuff, man. Man, it's, you know, I got a question for you guys, though. And I think you guys would agree with me on this. I think integration hurt us as black people, honestly. Would you guys agree or disagree with that?
I'll agree with that.
I definitely agree. Yeah, of course.
You know, it's
That's what
an interview. Just real quick.
That's what they call a black family.
King, right before he had got killed, and he was down there helping the brothers in Memphis get their just due, the money. You know, the sanitation workers, the garbage man, the garbage poor people's campaign, right?
Right.
And
Right.
the minute he got to talk, I don't know if y'all seen this, but the minute he got to talking about, in particular, you know how they always say you got to pick yourself up by your bootstraps and all that, he was like, man, this is an unfair assessment because we haven't even had no boots. So how are we gonna strap up boots and we ain't even got no boots or socks? So,
he made a statement saying, I'm quoting him, that he went to Washington, he was trying to cash a check that had insufficient funds. I know he made a statement like that too. That and he also felt that some of his more popular speeches, he stated that he felt like he was integrating blacks into a burning house.
Right.
A burning house. Yeah, he was starting to wake up.
Yep.
And his later years, you know what I'm saying, after the March on Washington, he was starting to wake up. He was starting to meet with Elijah Muhammad and with stuff of that nature, and he was really like, shit. You know, he just started to realize he was going on the wrong course as far as integrating us with some people who really didn't want to be with us.
Right.
Those were kings, so they had to get rid of him. They had to kill him, you know, because he was becoming too conscious.
Just with us, though, I think that when we was segregated, because we didn't have no choice, we had to stick together. Because think about it. You know, you couldn't go to the white store over here, so you had to go to, you know, Grandma Annie's, you know, store.
You had to make your own store. If you didn't go to that, we had our own businesses, you know, and whatnot. You know, we were segregated.
Right.
And guess what? We was doing it just as well, if not better, than a lot of these white communities.
Right.
That's why they burnt up Black Wall Street in Oklahoma.
Right.
Also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why they burnt that down, because we was doing better than them folks out there. And they was envious and jealous, and so they talked up some child, some nigga whistled at a white bitch and and burnt the whole town down. And the elevator operator at that hollered at a white woman, and then they ended up burning the whole town down. Yeah, that's what the charge was. That's what motivated them racist demons, all them Trump supporters that we got today. Yeah, to burn down Tulsa, Black Wall Street. Yeah,
well, I don't know if you know or not, but it was actually more than just the one in Black Wall Street. You know, we had Black Wall Street like thriving communities anywhere we was in large numbers.
True.
You know, it was Tulsa, Oklahoma. It was a bunch of them though. Yeah.
Right, but I just used that one in particular because that was considered Black Wall Street at the time.
Right.
I used that one just, but yeah, as far as I'm concerned, Chicago had a Black Wall Street, you know, the South Side. Yeah, so a lot of people don't know the history of that. You check the history of Chicago from the 20s up. Yeah, they was doing their own thing. Big thing. Harlem, Harlem, there you go, right. Florida, wild town for Florida. You know, on top of it. Hey, there you go, that's Florida. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, you check the history, you know, where blacks was doing real good, you know, despite dealing with white folks. Even in Alabama and Mississippi. You know?
I guess I just wanted to throw that out there for, you know, any of the listeners who may have just thought Black Wall Street was just one area. You know what I mean? Because everybody don't know the history. So if somebody else coming on the replay or something, you know, I had to, you know, throw that out there for them. You know, like, if you didn't know, you know.
Right, but when we normally speak on Black Wall Street, that's when it normally goes back to is Tulsa, Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? But even though we had a lot of black hubs, the blacks, you know, had their own politics and stuff going on, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And we usually defend the communities too. Like, well, you know, Bucky Johnson is becoming, and it's good to see that brother getting his glorification, and as it relates to us, because, you know, they try to make it seem as if he was pushing heroin on his own people and all that old bullshit, but he protected Harlem. You know, you couldn't, it wasn't no crazy violence and all that nonsense going on. And, you know,
if you study Harlem, speaking of Harlem, you're talking about the Renaissance, the Black Renaissance in the 20s. Okay?
That's right.
Yeah. So, hey, you know, that's a deep history there. Well, oh, yeah. But yeah, man, I just wanted to chime in for a minute, Reek. I know I ain't talked to you in a while, man.
Yeah.
You know, I told you I've been on the mothership, man. I've been hollering at Elijah, you know. So, like, hey, man, what's going on around here? You know what I'm saying? So, I'm back on Earth, man. So, it's like, I'm going to get up with you.
All right. Well, it's been a treat. I know. I mean, the people that tune in and listen to your videos, they got a chance to, you know, have a gentleman's conversation with you. I think you expanded some mind states, and I think you know what we spoke on been resonating from each and every one, not just one, you know, particular person.
That's right. Well, I'm glad I could add a little bit of wisdom, you know, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. You know what I'm saying? I don't know everything. You know, I know a little something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but yeah, but I'm gonna get back up with you. I'm about to check out here.
All right.
I'm gonna hit you though. All right,
Okay.
Take care. All right, brothers. Y'all be strong.
Right.
All right. All right. Peace.
Yep. Man. So, man, we've been speaking. I mean, it done transition from, you know, I mean, I think more conversations like we done had need to transpire in more, you know, different spots, you know. It's just, you know, getting people on board with talking about certain things, you know. I think a lot of people are fearful of, you know, well, I don't know what I can add, you know. You start off with something simple, you know, and then it grows, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, because I just think, it's important, man. And it's important for us to really, you know, express what's really going on and, you know, at least try to come up. I ain't saying we are the world and we're trying to solve everything
Right.
situation, but, you know, just helping our neighbors out, man, it can go a long way, y'all. Real talk. And when I say our neighbors, I'm speaking specifically similar to what Choice was saying, like, you know, because, man, I think, man, us as melanated and black folks, man, we didn't help out everybody, man.
Right.
Everybody. Some type of capacity. And now it's just really time, and I'm personally glad to see a lot of us starting to wake up and say, no, I want to, you know what I'm saying, go support I don't mind having to spend an extra $5 or $10 because I know that money that I might have to spend is going to go feed another black kid, or his daddy might have a business, and that's the price of doing business, and so he can do his marketing stuff,
Right.
And it ain't that we got something against other people. It's just that whenever we try to do something amongst ourselves, always think that it's being racist, or that's reverse racism. Nah, it ain't reverse racism. Everybody else gets to practice group economics but us.
Right.
And, that's the messed up part because they want to, they want us to basically work for them and then spend the money that we work for with them.
Right back. So it's like really, it ain't no come of. It's okay. Yeah, you can be a consumer and you can be a worker, but you can't, actually grow your own business or anything like that.
Right.
Well, you know what I consider that, man. That's the trick bag.
True.
That is definitely the trick bag, man. It has all forms and manifestations, man. But I just make it simple, man. It's the trick bag. Anything that is keeping you from prospering and getting your empowerment and coming up. That's the trick bag. In a simple way,
Right.
Yeah, rat race. They got us in a rat race. Work, spending money. Work, spending money.
Right.
Then when you work, retire, we're going to tax that 401k, and then you still going to come back spend your money, and then the insurance company don't even want to pay for the funeral, so your family going to have to put together a GoFundMe in order to give you a decent burial.
Right.
Man, come on, man. We deserve better than that, as a people. We done gave everything to this country. I mean, there's no more left to give. We done gave everything to this country. And this whole notion, man, people don't realize how important we are to this country because, let's say, for instance, if we all tried to get on some Marcus Garvey tail and really was sincere about it and say, well, you know what? This place ain't good to us, man. We out. These people would kill themselves because, man, that's one of the cool things that I will say about moving out here is that I got to learn just how a lot of these people think and how they view each other.
Right.
Because on that other side, it's straight classism. Straight classism. They don't care if you ain't the same complexion as them. If you ain't coming from a particular pay grade, oh no, I want to be caught dead over there. That's how they look at each other. Whereas, when we all coming up on our side, we all coming up in the struggle. Don't think just because you get a couple little dollars, like, oh, you too good, for your people and your kinfolk, and you can't come around and all of that because you so isolated.
Right.
But I noticed with them, straight classism. And if we was to ever leave up out of this country, they'd kill themselves. So whenever they try to talk that go back to Africa shit, if we went back to Africa, there is no more America because this motherfucker would have another civil war and y'all all would kill each other because there wouldn't be nobody to point the fucking finger at and blame.
Right.
You can't say, oh, the blacks did this or the blacks did that. It's their fault. The status quo over here would kill each other based on classism because, like I said, ain't no more Mexicans to clean the toilets and mop the floors at a hospital or get the shitty ends sick of these little bullshit minimum wage jobs that, it ain't nobody to do your laundry and take care of your home. So wait, I gotta do this by myself. I gotta, I can't use profit margin free labor, where I'm paying somebody literally pennies on a dollar based on what I'm making in profit. Man, come on, man.
Right.
That's what I say. So when they talk that shit, I embrace that. Go back to Africa, yeah, because if we go back, this motherfucker is going down.
Right. You cracked me up when you said pennies on a dollar, pennies on a fiat dollar. Shit.
Oh yeah. That was all big setup,
Man.
But,
well, we've been on well, not everybody, but I've been on 161 minutes. Hey, I think it's been a good talk. I know some of these devices are starting to run down, and I don't want it to freeze up and not be able to upload for a replay because there's gonna be some people that didn't catch this, and hopefully, they can pull out, the jewels that have been dropped on this particular live that I call Out the Blue. I'm glad you came in, Dre Chili. I'm glad you came in, Choice, and everybody else coming in. Matter of fact, the people that are listening, go check out Dre Chili channel, subscribe. Go check out Channel of Choices channel, subscribe. Go check out King Righteous's channel, subscribe. Williams, Black Knight Williams, subscribe. Everybody that's actually within this comment, saying something, check out their channels. They got something to offer. If I let them come on my platform and speak their mind, I most definitely value their opinion and what they have to say. So, if you want to hear more of that exclusively, go to their channels and, do that thing, the right thing. Click that subscribe button. But I'll say this, we up out of here. Hey, you got anything else y'all want to say before, I hit that white X up in the corner or let me know.
All right, and just, hey, thank you once again, man. I always appreciate these conversations that we have, man. I'm greatly appreciative for what you're doing. Just the consistency, man. Our people really need it, It's motivating some people, some of our people. So thank you. Appreciate it, Reed.
I appreciate that dear thought. Now, what about you, Choice? Choice, you still there? Choice.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
no, I was going to say.
I said it's tomorrow. All day you're going to do one tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll do one tomorrow. I'm trying to be consistent. I almost didn't do one today because, they wouldn't let none of the notifications go off for the one yesterday, But I'll
Right.
keep it consistent. I'll come. If it don't jump by 15,
Okay.
like I say, I cut out. So hopefully they send out them notifications when I do.
Okay.
All right.
All right, then, brothers. Everybody be smooth, man.
All right.
Like, wow.
We
All
are.
right, good night, fellas.
Peace them up.